sometimes I forget that all the listeners don't know us.
Okay, right.
Not everybody listens.
Yeah.
And has listened for 3 years. Maybe somebody's just joining us, and they're like, what the hell are these guys doing?
We're family.
Yeah, just doing a show. Mm-hmm. That's all we're doing.
That's real talk, Steiny.
Yeah. There was one other thing I was going to pull the curtain.
And Mal didn't offend me. At that point, I was like, don't use it. Because you said it before, it's playful, but he was right. Are those guys serious? And I would never strike you.
Like physically?
Yeah. That'd probably be in jail.
Did you threaten to?
No, never. You were...
No, somebody was talking about you and me getting in a... I said, I'm going to come over there. Yeah.
Well, you did say that.
I did.
I was like, you don't want that word.
No, you're right.
But we're good now.
There was one other thing I was going to share about this.
My payment plan or what?
No. Anyway, I'll think of it. Just letting people know. 49ers, they're great. They're totally great. Here's the one thing, and we're going to... Here's what we got today. Iron Eagle, 1 o'clock. He's on the call for the Carolina Panthers 49ers game. He's one of the best in the business. And maybe we'll even sneak in a Brooklyn Nets question.
Man, it's go time.
Who knows? It could be the Nets and the Warriors in the NBA Finals. And then at 1:30, Anthony Slater. We're going to get into some Warriors. He wrote a real interesting piece today on Jordan Poole. Miami guard Tyler Hero has been paid 4 years, $130 million, essentially. And most people agree that's a nice number for Jordan Poole to be signed for, around that number. So there's a conventional wisdom that the market's been set for Jordan Poole, 4 for 120, 4 for 130.
I'll tell you this, and you let me know what you think, and the listeners. I think he's better than Hero. I'm a Tyler fan. Shot 23% in the playoffs. You could be all, come on, Goo, that's short sample size. He shot 40% from three, Tyler did, in the regular season. Jordan Poole is on the brink of becoming what I believe a mega star, Steiny, and it's with his offensive repertoire. What if I told you I think the Warriors would be getting him on the cheap if he got Tyler Hero money? Like, I think Jordan's party or camp, they want more.
Man. I actually...
Does that sound crazy?
I would rather have Jordan Poole than Hero, too.
So I'm not by myself.
And the four guys that they're kind of comparing Poole to are Simmons in Portland, Jalen Brunson in New York, who got 100, and this latest one with Tyler Hero. Poole's younger. I don't know if he's younger than Hero, actually, but my point is... I think the thing Poole's got that none of those other guys, he can say, hey, I did it on a championship team.
I hadn't thought about that.
The comp to Jalen Brunson, not necessarily style, it's just in terms of the contract. Yeah. I think he got 4 years, $104 million.
Real quick, Stanley, before we get to it, I'm going Jay-Z encore. What is Jordan Poole? What's the on? Can he be what he was last year now that the cat's out the bag? And when you play the Warriors and you know what he can do, some limitations, like, can he take it another level up?
Oh, my God, yeah. I think.
I can't. That's why I'm so excited about the season. So many reasons, but that's a big one.
There are a lot of reasons. I also saw something that I thought was, can I tell you a little bit of my pet peeve?
I've been talking for 20 minutes. You tell us, Donnie.
I saw 3 headlines. I Googled Patrick Baldwin Jr., the rookie pick.
And I'm not a part of this. Go ahead.
And there's talk about he's gonna be in the rotation. There's a chance he's going to be in the rotation. I just don't like when we do this.
Yeah, but it's excitement, Steiny.
Curry, Thompson,
that's
Poole,
2, 3,
Wiggins,
4,
Draymond
5,
Green, Looney,
6,
Wiseman, Kuminga.
7, 8, 9.
That's 8.
Okay.
No, that's 8.
All right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right.
He's not playing before any of those guys. Can we agree? Is he going to play more than Moody?
No.
Is he going to play more than DiVincenzo?
I'm going to say no.
How about the guy everybody loves, JaMychal Green?
Oh, he's playing. That's 11.
And, of course, Evan says, don't forget Andre Iguodala.
Who said your boy was good for a white player, DiVincenzo. Did you see that?
Oh, did he say that?
He said, yeah, most white players in the league really, they ain't got the talent, but he said DiVincenzo, he met all standards. I go, that's funny to say Andre out loud.
Yeah, but, basketball players get offended less than
nobody's bird, though.
No, nobody's.
Or American bread. All the greats are coming from somewhere else. Have you noticed that?
Let me think. Who's the best American player? Well, it's Curry.
Or LeBron. Yeah, we'll give you Curry.
But let's say, who's the best American player?
The new guy.
Under 25.
Zion.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah. Who looks like in phenomenal shape.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
I'm with you there.
Yeah.
So, yes, Iron Eagle, 1 o'clock. And then Anthony Slater to talk some Warriors at 1:30. Here's the thing that's been sticking with me, and I'm not sure if it's going to carry a segment or anything like that. But we had a caller yesterday. I wish I remembered his name. But he really took exception to what he thought was you and me basically giving Jimmy Garoppolo some credit for a pretty good game on Sunday and playing mistake-free football and leading or helping lead the 49ers to a nice 24-9 win.
Okay.
And it's becoming clear to me that there's so many fans out there that are still like, you don't like Jimmy Garoppolo. I get it.
Gotcha.
And you think, you know what? These guys, Steinitz is a Garoppolo guy. He just loves Garoppolo. Garoppolo can't do anything wrong. These guys on TV and on the radio, Troy Aikman, they all talk about Garoppolo. They win in spite of Garoppolo. And, Sunday he did what he should have done. He didn't do anything special. I'm sick of you guys. Okay. That mentality.
Oh, it's out there.
So my question is, where does that leave you? Like, what is that? Where does that leave you as a fan? Like, if you're a 49er fan and you can't stand Jimmy Garoppolo, where do you go with all that? I can't stand Jimmy Garoppolo. If Trey Lance was starting and Jimmy Garoppolo was the backup, or let's just say Garoppolo was starting and Lance was the backup, like last year, and you like Trey Lance, and you were like, he should be playing instead of Garoppolo.
Okay.
This is a bunch of... I get that. But Trey Lance isn't here. He can't play this year. So, can somebody explain what's in it for them to, on a Monday after the 49ers play their most complete game of the year, to focus on, Jimmy still wasn't that great.
I got something for
I
you.
don't get it, Goo. We know who,
and you're lucky to have this Jimmy.
We know who he is, so why are we expecting anything different from him?
But still, understand with that mindset, Steiny, that it's like you get burnt by the spouse that keeps cheating on you. You just know it's going to happen again and again, but you keep coming back. This is my thing. I didn't expect that call yesterday because Jimmy was out of here. You Niner fans, you're lucky. You're lucky to have this Jimmy, even with his shortcomings. But to call, like you just said, after a dub, what they're telling you, Steiny, is they're not getting their hopes up. And this is where I take offense. You're blaming the 19 Super Bowl loss on Jimmy. You're blaming the collapse in the NFC Championship game on Jimmy. It wasn't all Jimmy's fault. But that's what they're doing. That's he's the poster in their room and they're throwing darts at. But my question to Niner fans and you, I'm looking at this thing. Can I say a quarter of the season now since we're through 4 games?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a Super Bowl defense. I like what I see. I like the guys on the outside, the weaponry. But the question comes back to, what 10 are you going to get? But, Steiny, if you tell me you think they're going to win the Super Bowl, I won't run out the studio. I can see that happening. Goo, why? 19 and last year's NFC Championship trip after you were 3-5.
And I can even understand. Here's what I can understand.
They
you
hate
and I
him,
were.
Steiny.
What's that?
They hate him. His style.
But here's what I can understand, because we were talking about this before the show. After Trey Lance got hurt,
I hated it.
I did too. And it's starting to hit me like, okay, we're not going to get to see this kid play.
Who knows how he was going to get managed by Kyle Steiny.
We're not going to see any of it.
That hurts.
So there is a letdown there.
There you go. Great work.
Because the quarterback is Jimmy Garoppolo, and there's kind of nothing new to see under the sun with him. So I can understand some people that are like, the season got a little less exciting when Jimmy Garoppolo became the starter again. I get it, but I just don't get not enjoying a win when he's Jimmy Garoppolo and he's kind of the best version of what he can be. And you know what? The bottom line is if you don't like Jimmy Garoppolo, you don't think you're going to win the Super Bowl. But you probably think you can still make the playoffs. And then once you make the playoffs, anything can happen. All right, 888-957-9570 is the number. That's also the number of the Comcast business text line. You want to weigh in, you can do that. If you have an answer for me as it relates to Jimmy Garoppolo and why fans can't just let go and see what happens this year, again, 888-957-9570. And I was thinking about Nick Bosa, and I realized something.
Okay.
That's a tease, I'm gonna, there's something about, I've noticed something about Bay Area fans as it relates to Nick Bosa, and it's not flattering. I love you, Bay Area fans. Deep. You know that, but I got to take a little shot at you on the other side on 95.7 The Game.
The greatest of all time, Jerry Rice, joined the morning roast.
This guy Hubunga? Hubunga? Wow. Man, this guy is all over the place and just making plays, and I really enjoy just watching him.
This is the Bay Area's sports station. 95.7 The Game.
If you owe back taxes to the IRS, have unfiled returns, or are worried about an audit, the IRS is hiring 87,000 new agents to address these very issues. That means if you need to get your tax problems resolved, now is the time to get started. I'm tax attorney Robert Goldstein, and my firm specializes in helping individuals and small businesses resolve their tax problems. We work to stop IRS and state seizures. We may be able to settle your tax debt for pennies on the dollar with an offer in compromise. We prepare your past due returns, even if you have no records, and represent you before the IRS and state in an audit. At the law offices of Robert Goldstein, the consultation is always free, and we have offices located throughout the Bay Area. To schedule your free consultation, call 1-888-TAX-EXIT. That's 888-TAXEXIT. 888-TAX-EXIT, and make us your last stop.
Do you think all premium fuels are the same? Well, your engine doesn't. Shell V-Power Nitro Plus helps keep your engine running like new because it's engineered to defend against 4 main engine threats: gunk, wear, corrosion, and friction. So next time, choose Shell's most advanced fuel ever. It's fuel for thought. In engines that continuously use Shell V-Power Nitro Plus premium gasoline.
UCSF Sports Medicine Center is dedicated to treating every type of athlete, from kids to adults, amateurs to elite professionals. As one of the best orthopedic programs in the nation, UCSF has programs to optimize an athlete's performance and the latest advancements to treat the most complex sports injuries. With locations throughout the Bay Area, now including Marin, Walnut Creek, and Redwood Shores, it's even easier to make an appointment today. Visit ucsfhealth.org so you can get cleared to play. UCSF Health, redefining possible.
At Harris Ranch, we do beef, just like we've done for over 50 years. Beef that's raised locally right here in California. Tender steaks, awesome burgers, and California classics like tri-tip roast. The flavor you crave, the quality you trust time after delicious time. Come on, it's time to get out and grill. Harris Ranch, we do beef. Legendary beef, legendary quality.
Now it's time for the closer of the week. Presented by LiftMaster and R&S Doors. Turn your garage into the envy of the neighborhood. Visit rsdoors.com.
The closer of the week is Deebo Samuel, who climbed high in the sky, brought it down, and took one to the house.
One-on-one with Ramsey. Can't bring him down. Samuel, highlight reel, touchdown.
Recently, my garage door opener was not working. I was in need of a closer. I was put in touch with R&S Doors, and they hooked me up with a brand new garage door opener from LiftMaster. With LiftMaster's MyQ connectivity, my garage door opener can be controlled right from my smartphone. You'll know when a door or gate has been left open and can close it with a tap, no matter where I am. Be one of the first 10 callers and receive 20% off a LiftMaster garage door opener when you purchase a premium garage door.
Call 1-800-FIX-A-DOOR. That's 800-FIX-A-DOOR. Or visit rsdoors.com. R&S Doors. Look for the red truck.
Score big with Xfinity Internet. It's made to do anything, so you can do anything. Supercharge your home with the game-changing speed of supersonic Wi-Fi. With 3 times more bandwidth, it covers the field and then some. And blocks billions of threats with advanced security that helps keep you protected at home and on the go. If you're keeping score, that's internet that does it all. That's unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas.
At Rightway Garage Doors, we consider what we do inspired craftsmanship. Our design pros are artists using wood, glass, and metal as their brushes, your home, their canvas, all inspired by your vision. Rightway Garage Doors has been delivering the highest quality work with the right value and the right customer experience for 42 years. So, when inspiration strikes, we're here to bring your vision to life the right way. For a limited time, save $500 and up to 24 months no interest financing. Visit rwgaragedoors.com.
The award-winning documentary Beyond Homeless, Finding Hope offers real hope for transforming homelessness in San Francisco. Watch at beyondhomeless.org.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Be happy for me.
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
Coming up in a half hour, Ian Eagle. He is doing play-by-play for the 49ers-Panthers game on Sunday. By the way, that's a 105 start local.
Oh, I thought it was an early game.
It's in Charlotte, but
Yeah.
I guess it's starting at 4:05.
Who
in
you
Charlotte.
think the chef is rooting for? We know who Steph's rooting for.
Who?
The Panthers. That's his team.
Is it?
Yeah. You knew that. That's your guy. That's our
I could have
guy.
figured it out. Shoot, now I'm looking for Mark Spears, of course, of The Athletic.
Who's on our TV to the left. Not that I'm looking.
That's why I'm looking for his... Shoot, I can't find it. But anyway, he was in Vegas yesterday. And he said,
uh-oh,
there's times when you see something and you know you're seeing something unbelievable.
Like you with Sam Bowie. I love when you shared that story.
Victor Wembanyama.
Yep.
That's
Dude, he
the guy.
looks
7'5".
How can you be 7'5"?
No, there have been people 7'5".
But they can ball.
Manute Bol.
But that was my
Sean
dog.
Bradley.
Yeah, but they were
Mark Eaton.
They were
I think he was only
stiffs.
listed at 6.
Remember
7'4".
Jordan dunked on Eaton at Utah and then
I
looked
don't
at the
remember
fan?
that.
Oh, dude, it was on Come Fly With Me, one of the best VHS tapes out of Michael Jordan's career. He dunked on Eaton and then looked over at the fan. But anyway, 7'5" with grace.
7'5", and he can shoot the three. I think he had 7 threes last night in a game against. I just want to.
All my buddies, I got 10 different text threads with videos of him. Reg, Ron T. Bell. This guy is. So now this is why the Spurs are going to tank. This is why all the bottom feeders are going to tank.
You know what? Yes, I think you're
and
right.
I got a bone to pick with you before 3. That's a tease. Before 3.
Mark Spears. This was 15 hours ago. Every once in a while in sports, you attend an event that you remember for the rest of your life. This Victor Wembanyama game is one of those memorable moments. So he made his debut in the United States yesterday. He's from France. He's going to be eligible for the draft.
I'm going to say this.
And he looks like the real deal.
What about that phrase I had where goats are not announced, they just arrive? And I'm going to bring up your guy because you got a buck color shirt on. Did Giannis come with a lot of fanfare?
Chance. No.
See, and look what. So I hope this kid ends up being what he's supposed to, but I don't like that we're doing this early.
We did it to LeBron James.
And you, my friend, get a point. I must step back. Yeah, we're high school again. All right, give me a Kobe. No.
Well, I'll tell you. Here's the other
Kobe?
player.
You gave me LeBron. I'm
See,
like,
I can give you a comparison. Not necessarily the game, but the situation.
Okay.
Yao Ming.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why I get paid big money to host these shows. Because my knowledge is very, very deep.
Well, the people are driving around, cutting the grass, got us on the Odyssey app. We're like,
you going to tell them this is how my partner is?
No, we want to hear the payoff on the.
I saw him play his first game in the United States. He played a group of NBA All-Stars, and he was with the China national team, and they lost like 120-60. The game was at it was at Oracle, Oakland Arena, and he wasn't great. He had about 15, but he got the ball in the low post. And I can't remember who was on it, but legit it might have been Ben Wallace.
Oh, he stinks.
And not a big Ben Wallace fan, that's for sure.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, Yao just did a little step, and he took that little baseline 9-10 footer. And I was like, well, he can get a shot off whenever he wants.
Well, there it is.
And that was when I was like, okay, he's going to be pretty good because he's got an ability to get shots off and play against guys who.
I'm excited for this kid, so maybe that's why Pop is sticking around. And I was like, just ride off.
You know what?
You're right.
I think you might be right about that in terms of the Spurs tanking for
Mike Brown. Don't do too good. Well, the Kings always at this point. The King fans are hoping.
Hey, do you know that because the Seattle Mariners clinched the playoff spot? The longest drought in professional sports history right now, at least as far as the Big Four, the Sacramento Kings.
That is just...
They're up to, I think, 16 years without the postseason.
That is wow.
I know. It's crazy. Gus is in Los Altos. How you doing, Gus?
Knowledge.
What do you got? I got a lot of
What's up,
today.
fellas?
Hey.
Love the show. Love the basketball talk. Steiny, I know you remember me being tight with Ed Lloyd, but I got to go to Goo. Goo, you just brought up Michael Jordan, Come Fly With Me.
Oh, man.
My man, I watch that VHS every day. And all I'm thinking of is Michael's teachers telling him, you need to go into math. You need to go to the Air Force Academy.
Wow.
It's like, yeah, right.
No doubt.
Like, get out of here. Michael Jordan in the Air Force Academy.
Oh, man.
Come on.
That man. I'm right there with you. I watched it as many times, man. I love it.
I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Well, now this one really. I know you ain't watched Friday,
I'm being honest.
and you haven't watched what was the other movie we found out?
First of all, what did he say about Ed Lloyd?
You know he's tight with your boy Ed Lloyd. He's called before.
Who's Ed Lloyd?
I thought you knew.
What is going on here?
I don't know.
Was it Ed Malloy, the ref? Maybe that's.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so so what about Jordan? Come Fly With Me?
There was a part in there where they were trying to, have him do academics. Maybe that would be what he should do. And he went on to, he got cut too. But, dude, it's just incredible. I watched it every time. How can you have not? You hated him.
Who?
Jordan.
No, I did not.
Well, did you watch it?
No.
There you go.
Well, Bird was in it too, wasn't he? I didn't watch it.
French lick, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't. No, I didn't watch.
I'm excited about this kid.
You know what?
Does he have?
Can I give you a piece of advice? Don't get excited yet. He's not even going to be in the league.
I'm going to throw one thing at you like a chicken.
You have a tendency to get too. Look, we got a 49er game.
Yeah, we do.
3-4 days away.
Yeah. Warriors
season. Let's put Wembanyama.
Playoff baseball Friday. You didn't know that. Friday at start, Jack.
The Giants play.
Why are you doing that?
All right, can I take a little shot at Bay Area fans, even though you know I love you?
And you got to pay off that Bosa tease. I got to let
That's
you
what it
first.
is. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Should I do my little crybaby voice?
People love it.
You know what we're hearing a lot of now? Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa gets held every play. Why can't people? It's like,
dude, that's a four.
Bay Area fans, stop it. Steph Curry doesn't get any calls. Bosa He gets held every play. You got two of the best players in their sport, and you're crying about the officiating. Just enjoy the best basketball player on the planet, and right now the best defensive player in football.
Man.
He gets held every time.
He got held in the Super Bowl in 19.
Of course he did, yeah.
No, I'm telling you this.
I'm
the first one that brought it to your attention
unfair.
about chef.
No doubt.
The chef and fouls.
It's a conspiracy.
Then I told
There's something going on.
I don't want to take
with
laps
officials sticking it to Bay Area athletes.
No,
clearly.
sometimes I think when you're great, they kind of like Shaq could have got fouled every time.
Oh, so they swallowed the whistle. Specific to Bosa and Curry.
But when you see a defensive player held, it's like, come on. And you can see this in real Curry going to the ground and one, nope. And one, nope.
So it just so happens that we have two people in the Bay Area who get the worst whistle in each of their sports.
I'm saying
Steph Curry gets the worst whistle in the NBA.
I believe that.
And Bosa gets the worst whistle in the NFL.
Curry, you got it. Take that to the bank. For as good as he is, Steiny, it's sad. And it's something there. Bosa, I've just noticed, Steiny, he gets held all the time, and there's no call. Just watch this game this Sunday.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but that's how you do it.
I'll be damned if I'm watching an offensive lineman.
Well, you can see it. It's like, he's got another set. Oh, the hell. No hanky, huh? No hanky-panky.
Toughen up. Toughen up, fans.
People react to what they see.
I don't like the way they react.
Were you the and one guy when you played pickup?
No.
See, you and me both. I hated doing that. I thought you were soft if you called foul. No, if you get
the funny thing is, and that's
I could see you like Rutherford. He was soft. He would be mad. And one, anytime you and one. No, dude, you can.
Well, you guys out here on the West Coast don't play the right way anyway. We've been talking a lot about that. We used to have a segment here called Pickup Protocol.
We still don't know why it died.
No, we
put a cap in it.
We do. We're just not. We're not saying.
Yep.
Although I'll take you behind the curtain someday.
What did I miss?
That one texter that nailed it. Remember, I said, you see what the guy said on the text line?
I was too busy fighting for my life yesterday.
That was at the end of the show.
I was in a good mood.
Comcast business text line. That's the one thing about moving out. Okay, so I lived half my life on the East Coast, half my life out here. And the thing that I never understood was offense calls fouls on the West Coast.
That's the only way it is.
No, it's not the way it is on the East Coast. Defense calls fouls.
But why would I'm a cheater. Why would I just I used to be 11-9, would it really be 12-9? You get away with a lot of stuff.
Well, you'd never cheat on the score if I were in the game.
But,
ever. Yeah. I know exactly. I knew exactly
why would a defender
what
call a foul?
Because why would an offensive player call a foul when he's not fouled?
He knows if he was fouled.
It's all honor system both ways.
That is weird, man. I couldn't imagine.
I'll never forget. Mike DeCusatis, he was a heck of a player.
You got cutthroats
back
out
east.
Here. Yeah.
I played pickup back here, moved out West Coast for 5, 6, 8 years, went back east, starting to play in a pickup game, and I went up for a jumper, and I called a foul. Mike DeCusatis was like, I fouled you. You don't call fouls. Offense does not call fouls. If I foul you, I'll call it. You don't call fouls.
That is so weird.
Well, but
we got hustlers and players out here ain't trying to get off the court, so they ain't called a foul. I'm not letting you call it.
5-3-0.
That's like the commercial. Hey, ref, I really didn't foul him. You say, I just want to break something. I want to throw something at the TV. That's not real life. You don't tell on yourself. I'm a cheater.
5-3-0 says defense calls fouls every day.
On the East Coast. You on the left coast, baby. The West.
It also, it does, here's the one problem with it, Goo. It plays into that stereotype of West Coast softness.
Please.
It does. It does. Because I played with a lot of guys out here that don't have a lot of pride. And they call fouls when they're not really fouls. And on defense, at least you can. If you get if you think you get fouled and they didn't call it on defense, well, then you can play the same way on the other end.
That is so weird, man.
There it is. I'm just Austin and San Jose. What's
It's our guy. Jimmy G. Where he been?
There's another Austin in town, somewhere from the peninsula. Remember? What's up, A?
Nothing much. About to have me some Chick-fil-A for my lunch. But look, hey, but this is what I got from my boy Jimmy. I treat him like boxing, right? So you got Mayweather. He's a pound-for-pound player. He uses defense to his advantage. You know, if the knockout's not there, he ain't going to take it. He go jab you, punch you to death, right? And get that win. Now, with Jimmy, the same thing. You know, he don't got that long arm, that big bomb arm he throw for a touchdown. He go dump it off here and there and get you what you need and use his defense to his advantage. We got to put some more respect on his name, man.
Thank you.
Love him while we can right now. Love him while we can right now because he's doing his job and he ain't no bust. Last time I checked.
Thanks, Austin. You know what? I'm going to put it. You know what?
Go ahead.
Get off the wagon if you're not going to root for Jimmy Garoppolo. Get off the wagon. Pick a new team. Pick a new team. If all you're going to do is complain about Jimmy Garoppolo, win, lose, or draw.
But this is what bothers me. Bye-bye. How can you not understand that you're lucky to have him? So even if you couldn't stand him, what would you be with Brock Purdy? Losing by Gertie? Not with that defense, but I was running material. Steiny, that's what I don't get. Don't you look at him different, like we're lucky to have him? Because it would be Purdy or somebody else at the helm. Like, how can you ignore that? And people are. Like, that offends me. What you got?
510 says, I did pick a new team, you jackass.
Oh,
what's your team, 510? Talk to me. I actually think that's pretty funny. Now, I'm getting some texts on the Comcast Business text line that said, I'm from the West Coast and defense calls fouls.
Let me tell you, Steiny.
We'll take calls on the Comcast.
Come on, I'm from the Bay. You played at Mosswood? Nope. You played at Bollinger Canyon? Nope. You played at...
This is what you did yesterday. And you said about 9 things wrong in a row, and I let you go. I've played at Bollinger Canyon. I've played at Mosswood. The games at Mosswood are a joke because you got to avoid like 4 homeless people trying to push shopping carts across half court.
Yeah, they don't even play there now.
Played at the Marina, State Street, Grattan.
I ain't balled in the city once.
Eureka Valley.
Your location.
By the way, and
here we go.
No, Friday.
That's what I'm excited.
Friday, Old Ship.
I just wish we were playing.
The quarter. No, you don't. I don't want to play.
I'm looking at your body. You went to get some coffee. Like, you could still play.
Oh, I know, but I'm not going to get hurt.
Like, I think there's some pride involved that, like, if you threw that away and just came, let's go play, you can get up and down.
No, I know that I can't get up and down anymore like I like to. So I'm not going to let some stiff think that this is the player I was.
Oh, you're looking at it all
wrong. Go get the film.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, Friday at the Old Ship, 3 o'clock, 3 till 5 or 6 and later.
Yeah.
It's not a payday Friday, but we're going to get together. So if you're listening, you want to join us for a beer on Friday, 3 o'clock, Old Ship, corner Pacific and Battery. And I'm trying to get my boy City Boy and I have been reaching out to some of our old friends that we used to play pickup basketball with.
This will be dope.
We're trying to get everybody together. We haven't played for like 15 years, but some guys have kept in touch.
Yeah.
So Friday, hopefully some of the guys I played pickup with way back in the day are going to show up. And then hopefully there's a few people who I don't even know who I played with who maybe are listening and going to show up.
Yeah, YouTuber Booby23, Guru, bring your wallet. What's that mean?
He means
like I'm trying to get scholarship.
Try to pay for a drink once.
Dude, I've been doing it. I got you one for your B-Day.
Ian Eagle, 1 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. He's the play-by-play man for the 49ers-Panthers game on Sunday. Also the voice of the Brooklyn Nets. Let's go to George. George is in the jungle. Hey, George.
Hey, Steiny, that's the only way, man. I grew up in the Bronx.
Thank you.
York.
Thank you.
Defense calls fouls.
Thank you.
Offense calls fouls, they'll make you swallow the whistle.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is, no blood, no foul.
There you go.
That's pretty
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, look at you. Shout out to Big East.
628. Do they have film on Division III? Yeah, it's microfilm, but they got it.
Nothing of you on tape, though?
No.
Damn, that stinks.
I guess I could. I don't think so. I don't think so.
I got me catching a pass at Logan and getting crunched. We were in Amador Valley.
Did you make the catch?
Of course.
You held on?
Got up. I felt like Wes Chandler. Kittle like a nut.
I mean, what I do have is an infinite number of photos from newspapers
I've been in your lab.
and magazines.
You were in shape, bro.
Stuff.
A lot of brothers on your team. Steiny, I liked you more because that meant you had game. I'm stepping in it.
No.
A little bit.
No, I did.
I'm a reverse.
You don't have to. You don't have to. So Iron Eagle coming up in 10 minutes. Back to the Niners. Jimmy Garoppolo. Can we tell you what?
He's the only question.
I'll tell you what. How about this? Because people don't think I'm a fan of any team, and they're right. But if the Jimmy Garoppolo haters out there will at least support him while he's quarterbacking, I'll be a Niner fan this year. Jimmy.
But it's too late.
What do you mean?
I mean, it is what it is, right?
What do you mean?
You're in or out on him. And I told you this is the.
Well, you can be. That's fine. You can.
I'm not saying.
Okay, here's the question.
Biggest question.
Can you be out on? Can you be out on Jimmy and in on the Niners?
Yes, you can.
See,
but
I don't know about that.
But
that's what I'm wondering.
It's almost an oxymoron.
Exactly.
Look, it's about body day. I keep going, Steiny. You're a Niner. It ain't a. Who cares if Pee Wee Herman is your quarterback? If you're getting the dubs, that's all that counts. But I will say this: if you're blaming Jimmy for the almost. If he's the reason that they haven't got it done, then there's nothing you're going to enjoy this season besides the finality of waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? And I wouldn't live my life like that.
I'm kind of with you. Let's go to Barry. Barry's in Berkeley, wants to talk Jimmy G. What's up, Barry? How you doing?
Hey, guys. Okay. I just want to lead off with a little history real quick. I know you guys remember.
Okay.
What I will call the worst draft mistake of the 21st century. And you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
We wouldn't have any of this controversy at all if the Niners had not made the biggest draft mistake in 2005 that anybody has ever made.
Thanks, Barry. Appreciate it. And I think Barry had a couple.
I was daydreaming. Oh no, I think he was ready.
Nice and deliberate.
Yeah, might have some of the sticky icky. Barack Obama
says the 49ers made the biggest mistake of the 21st century football. I would assume he means football wise.
Yeah. He said Niners.
Okay.
I think he was talking about not drafting Aaron Rodgers, but 2005, right? Alex Smith.
Just imagine.
Yeah, but you know what?
Life would be with Rodgers.
This will be worse because they gave up 2 picks. For Trey Lance.
But don't go there yet. But wow,
I think you almost have to go there
because of what you didn't see when he was under center.
Yeah, I almost think we saw enough of him to know
the coach don't.
No, we saw enough of him for some people,
for me
and me, to say or think it doesn't look like he's ready.
And that doesn't mean you don't.
So how can he get better at being ready next year if he's going to be hurt?
Just like Wiseman before last year, and he missed the whole upcoming season.
You said you're worried about Wiseman's hands.
Yeah, just a little bit. I like the muscle he's put on, but I watched a couple games, and I honestly believe, Steiny, hands are gifts. You either have them or you don't. I don't think you can go work on them. I could be totally wrong, and I know he's young, but I was just watching that game, and our thread was popping off, me and the fellas, and there were just, some entry passes into the post, like when it's real tight and it's a phonetic, like you gotta, and he can grow into those mitts. But I believe football, sometimes you have them, sometimes you don't. I don't want to say bad because I'm not saying bad. We ain't seen enough of them in the game, but I am concerned. And what's worse? What's the biggest indictment on a big? Sometimes his hands.
Ben Wallace is in the Hall of Fame, and he had the worst hands I've ever seen.
See, now I don't think of being like with the worst hands.
Well, he and Adonal Foyle were very close.
Wow. I'm trying to think of another big that I thought just had horrible hands. Your guy, who's our guy? We always argue. He's in Portland. We watched the finals game, the Western Conference finals games together. And I said, Steiny, he has the worst set of hands ever. And you wanted to fight me. He was on Charlotte. I think he's on Detroit now. He can lead.
Plumlee?
Yeah, Plumlee. Steiny, his hands too. But they have improved. He's gotten better. But, man, I used to see that dude, cup hands as I used to call him. But Plumlee, you always like, we're going to keep watching that. He's fixed it. I'll be waiting for him to phone. But no, I'm like, okay, go up strong then.
I don't like that.
Yeah. The stuff that tickles your goose.
All right. Ian Eagle coming up next. He's doing play-by-play for this week's 49er game against the Carolina Panthers. Are you a commercial property owner or manager working on 2022 painting plans? MB Jesse Painting offers full repaints, maintenance painting, carpentry, and wood rot repairs. Why wait? Call 855-MB-JESSE today or online at mbjesse.com.
The 49ers are back on top of the division.
And Sean McVay has to cross the field and shake the hand of Kyle Shanahan, who has beaten him now 7 straight times in the regular season.
How you feeling, 49er faithful?
What an incredible, furious, fantastic win. I was on the edge of my seat literally the entire time.
This is the Bay Area's sports station. 95.7 The Game.
Dr. Trudy Fleer here with the 5G Home Recovery Podcast. Let's discuss a very real existential threat to internet speed. It's a big one. Ready? T-Mobile Home Internet. It lags. Ugh. Now, what is lag? Lag is a delay in data being transmitted across the internet. For example, you're hitting that hot drop, the parachute cuts out, you've got an unsuspecting bot in your sights, and lag! You were actually eliminated 10 seconds ago. Nobody deserves that. So stop letting T-Mobile Home Internet ruin everything and switch to Xfinity. Learn more at xfinity.com/TMOFax.
Get an amazing value on Xfinity Internet with unlimited data included. Switch for $55 a month for 2 full years with no annual contract required and no equipment fees for 24 months. Go to xfinity.com/TMOFax, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store to learn more. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/17/22. Restrictions apply. New fast internet and xFi Complete customers only. xFi Gateway required. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Don't waste your time trying to sell your old car. Donate it to Cars for Kids. It's the easiest and fastest way to donate your car and get a tax deduction. Donate online at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Odyssey celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month and this year's theme, Unidos, ensuring diverse voices and perspectives are welcome to build stronger communities. More on the Odyssey app and celebrate the sounds and stories of Hispanic heritage at odyssey.com/HHM.
Hi, this is George with Left Coast Buyers. We buy properties all over California. If you own a house or an apartment building and want to sell it fast at a great price, call us at 925-434-5000. We can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. We buy properties in any condition, any price range, and can help you in any situation. Do you own a property that is run down and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Are you out of time, money, and energy? Let us help. Are you looking for an easy way to get top dollar for your property and sell on your terms and timeline? Well, call Left Coast Buyers now at 925-434-5000. We can solve any problem. We buy divorce houses, inherited houses. We even buy vacant houses and abandoned houses. Do you have a tenant who hasn't paid rent? Are you behind on property taxes, mortgage payments, or even facing a foreclosure? Even if you're just nervous about capital gains or an upcoming recession, we've seen it all. So if you or someone you know owns a property and needs to sell, call Left Coast Buyers at 925-434-5000. That's 925-434-5000.
Kirby is your driveway mechanic. They bring the shop to you with brake replacements, oil changes, washes, and so much more. Get $50 off your first oil change with code OIL50 at Kirby.com. That's CURBEE.com and use code OIL50.
Chest up, engage your core, dig
At Misty's gym, boot camp gets pretty close to the real thing. She wants to spot a personal trainer with a military background.
I can cover this week's boot camp, but we need someone stacked. Isn't your cousin a Marine?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper?
And you can get it online. Just go to 4hims.com/joy. You'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Results are guaranteed or your money back. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Chris Cuomo is back with a new show on a new network. Catch Cuomo weeknights on News Nation at 5 p.m. Pacific. To find News Nation on your television provider, go to newsnationnow.com/join us.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? A man age 50 non-tobacco user can obtain $500,000 of coverage for as little as $110 per month. Level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, there are great rates available for you as well. Call Term Busters for a quote. 1-800-908-7636. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-908-7636. Remember, call Term Busters. 1-800-908-7636. Sample rate for preferred non-tobacco rate class. Exam required to qualify.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM at HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
They call Bird why? Because he looked like a bird?
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
All right, let's go right out to the phone lines and welcome in Ian Eagle. He will be doing play-by-play for Sunday's 49er-Panthers game on CBS. He's also the television voice of the Brooklyn Nets. Maybe we'll squeeze in a question about that team. And here's what I'm thinking, Ian, is the 49ers defense has been terrific. Their offense has been shaky. You might not have to pack your touchdown call this weekend.
I'm gonna practice in the mirror field goals just over and over. I'm gonna do like 6 different field goal calls just to get prepared for this one.
And get your sack calls ready. Because this looks like it's. I don't know if you've started to prep for the weekend's games, but so far, what do you think of the San Francisco 49ers, particularly on the defensive end?
Yeah, I mean, obviously watched the game on Monday night. Was blown away by what they did there with 6 sacks and. Clearly, everybody now getting to know Hufanga and what he's been doing in his short stay in the NFL. So the fact of the matter is the defense, to me, was the story coming off that game. Then, as you get deeper into the numbers, you're just blown away. It's a small sample size through 4 weeks, but the numbers don't lie. When you're number 1 in total defense, you're number 1 in scoring defense, you're number 2 against the run, you're number 2 against the pass. That's just not having a good week. That means you've put together an outstanding month, and maybe this is the identity that's forming right now amidst the drama of Garoppolo and Lance and what's going on with the offense. They can lean on their defense and probably feel pretty good about things moving forward in an NFC that looks to be completely wide open. Philly's been terrific. Everything has clicked for the Eagles, but that second spot in the NFC, to me, is very much up in the air, and I think you have a bunch of teams that believe that they can be in that position.
I feel the same way you do. I was on my couch like, this is a great defense. They should have won it in 19. That's how I feel, and I tell my partner, almost got back last year. But when you look at this season in its totality, they've already got 2 losses where the defense, to me, deserved to get a W, but the offense wasn't there. So, Ian, are you surprised that they got 2 losses this early?
Well, here's the thing about the early season in the NFL. There is this feeling out process, and I know it's set up this way because every game means so much. We often get a lot of reaction following each game. And sometimes your opinion can shift dramatically based on the result. If you look at the numbers right now, guys, nearly half the league is 2-2.
Yep.
15 teams are 2-2. So you've got a bunch of different cities breaking down their respective teams and thinking, we're mediocre. Look, we're 500. The reality is the quality teams will begin to separate this second quarter of the season. You start to see the teams that have figured it out, that have identified what they're good at. Coaches now adjust based on that. I have a strong belief in this coaching staff and this head coach recognizing their shortcomings on offense, improving that as they go, and then riding this defense. And the fact that D'Amico Ryans continues to get the attention that he's getting is fantastic. That's the way it's supposed to be in this league. You're supposed to be rewarded when you do excellent work. And it's funny, I think back, I don't know how many times I met with D'Amico over the years when he was a member of the Houston Texans. They weren't always very good. He was always really good as a player. And by the way, he was always really good in the production meetings. So I would say he's earmarked for a head coaching position at some point. Enjoy him while you can, but he's pushing all the right buttons right now.
You're listening to Ian Eagle. He'll be on the call Sunday, 49ers, Panthers, also the television voice of the Brooklyn Nets. I know it's hard to give me an answer here, but kind of in a vacuum, if you watch the 49er game on Monday, and that sure looks like their template to reach their potential.
Yep.
Is that good enough? Is it good enough to win it all?
I think that's where we get into that really gray area. To win a Super Bowl, there's this vision and handbook that we think we have to follow. And the reality is often when teams win a Super Bowl after the fact, we look back on it and say, okay, that's when things really started to go their way. I think of Philadelphia as probably the most recent example of that. Look, the year Tampa Bay won it was a strange year. It was the COVID year, and Tom Brady was just fantastic during that run, and they dominated the Super Bowl against Kansas City. I can't say that was a complete shock. The year Philadelphia won the Super Bowl, I don't believe anybody looked at that team and said, yep, they're going to do it. Then Carson Wentz goes down with an injury. He was having a great season, by far the best season he's ever had. Nick Foles takes over. We've seen that act before. And then everything just fits into place. Foles isn't a star quarterback by any stretch, and I think that's where people get bogged down with Jimmy Garoppolo. The idea that I don't know if I can visualize him actually winning a Super Bowl. The reality is you win a Super Bowl as a team, and sometimes you just hit it at the right moment. It's so difficult to say that after 4 weeks, but look, there's something about this defense. There's something special that might set them apart, and then if they just have enough trust on the offensive end, if they get to the point where Shanahan begins to figure out what this offense can do best, and again, putting Jimmy Garoppolo in a position to succeed and not make the big mistake. They were within an eyelash of getting there last year. I don't see, if you're a 49er fan, why you wouldn't feel similar emotions. Was it circuitous based on the quarterback decision, based on everything that took place during the offseason? No doubt about it. But this is where you're at now with Jimmy Garoppolo as your quarterback and possibly a lockdown defense that you might be able to ride all the way through January.
Well said. I like to talk to you about the quarterback this defense is facing, because I got to be honest with you. I thought Baker Mayfield was the next, and it's incredible in sports how these athletes have all these athletic gifts, but you don't know what's upstairs. But I got to tell you, watching them, I get Jay Cutler vibes. I get Ryan Leaf on a bad day vibes. Are you shocked at what you're not seeing from Baker Mayfield?
Yeah, he's looked discombobulated. There's no doubt about that. I think back to many a meeting and trip into Cleveland over the last 4 years where there were moments where it felt like, okay, maybe this is going to work. Baker 2 years ago had pretty good command. That city was backing him. That team was backing him. It looked like he had good chemistry with the head coach, Kevin Stefanski. And then last year, the bottom dropped out. He was injured. He was not 100%. He played through it. And ultimately, they made decisions based on a much bigger view of what they wanted to be as a franchise. They took a huge risk in what they did in acquiring Deshaun Watson. Clearly, in the short term, they're not benefiting from that signing, and with it came a great deal of controversy, and deservedly so. But my thing with Baker was he always played with a chip on his shoulder. There was this combination of cockiness but self-awareness that I always sensed with him. And this year it just seems, whether it was the change of scenery, whether it was every step that took place along the way for him getting out of Cleveland, waiting till the last moment to get this opportunity in Carolina, going in, having a quarterback battle in the training camp and preseason combination with Sam Darnold, winning it, and things just aren't working. The coach is under heavy duress right now, whether or not he's going to keep his job, and the future of this franchise is again in question. And Baker's future now comes into question. You only get a finite number of chances to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. If you're not in that upper echelon of starting QBs, and there's only a finite number of them. There's not like, there's 40 of them, and you have to figure out the 32 that can actually get a job. There's probably like 18 of them that really can do it week in and week out. And then you have that next grouping, that 14 to 18 type of QBs that might fit a system, that might catch lightning in a bottle. And I think, unfortunately for Baker, he has dropped down that scale where the chances are going to start running out.
Ian, I got one quick one for you, and it's kind of a request. If a fan runs out on the field Sunday, can you please tell your producer to show it?
Yeah, I don't think it's on the producer. I got to be honest with you.
Okay.
It goes upstairs a bit more. It goes into a different classification of management. But
how about this, Ian?
With you.
How about this?
I tend to agree with you.
If you're not going to show it, please don't do play-by-play on it, because that's frustrating.
No. I know that. You can't describe what's not being shown. That's TV 101. You can't go there unless you're willing to go there, really go there. Right. Yes, I agree.
Hey, I got to tell you, last year I take a lot of hits because I predicted the Nets going to the finals. I'm going to slip in the basketball one here. But, yeah, the Warriors are champs. Can we see Warrior Nets? I'm looking at Ben Simmons, and I'm like, okay, the light's on. Can you tell us what you think of the Nets' chances this year?
Yeah, I've got a preseason game tomorrow, the Nets and the Miami Heat. So I've been doing some NBA prep today and just getting into that whole mindset. You know, I think they're a really intriguing team in that the curiosity level is incredibly high. The relevance level is still very high. The dependability level, not so much, because you just don't know. You don't know what to expect. Here's the things I know. You guys know this. You experienced it. You saw it in the most extreme, successful way. Kevin Durant is a baller. Whatever's happening behind the scenes is irrelevant. He will come out. He will play hard. He will put up numbers. He will try to win. And he will do everything in his power to continue to add to his legacy as one of the all-time great players. So no matter what was being said, no matter what the rhetoric was, no matter what the issues were, I never doubted for a moment that Kevin Durant would be ready to play and would be excited to play. Second thing, Kyrie Irving, it's a contract year. Any way you slice it, when you're in a contract year, you've got something to prove, whether it's to the team that currently has you to show them that they should be signing you to a maximum contract, or if it's to the 29 other teams in the NBA to show that you're still a valuable commodity. So I think Kyrie Irving will be highly motivated. And third, Ben Simmons, the pressure is not on him like it was on him in Philadelphia. It's just a different vibe. He looks to his left, he's got Kevin Durant. He looks to his right, he's got Kyrie Irving. I don't believe that he will go through the day-to-day angst that he dealt with in Philadelphia. Whether that was self-inflicted or not is irrelevant now as far as the Nets are concerned. I think he's going to be revitalized. He's done a few long-form interviews that I've watched the last 2 weeks. It's like a different person. His attitude is very positive. He's very upbeat. He's emoting. You're seeing actual smiles and joy and excitement from him. So if that's a sign of things to come, there's a chance that they could be a really interesting basketball team and a tough team to match up against. To jump into your shoes, Guru, and put them in the finals now, that would be a huge.
Okay.
But could this team be fun?
Yeah.
Could they be entertaining? And could they be a factor come April? Yes. A lot of things have to go right. I think they're past a lot of the soap opera stuff, but as we know in the NBA, those things can pop up again, and it's how you handle the adversity and how you navigate your way through it.
Ian, thank you so much. Really enjoyed it, and have a great call on Sunday. We'll be listening.
All right.
And watching.
Steiny, thanks. Guru, thanks. We'll do it down the road, buds.
All right, that's Ian Eagle. I'm going to say it, the great Ian Eagle.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Hey, by the way.
We were going to play when he got mad at his partner.
We should. Oh.
Doesn't it, so you wouldn't have liked that either?
Oh, I wouldn't have liked that.
Okay, good. I didn't know Ian had it ready. I was like, but that was he's the GOAT for that. People don't know what we're talking about.
Hold on a sec.
Okay.
Do we have it handy?
People need to know. Look. Yeah.
The Ian Eagle and Mike Fratello.
This is great, man. I can see you doing this to me. All right.
So.
Well, you done it.
we'll play that in a second, and I'll have to set it up. I don't know if you've noticed, but the last couple of weeks when we've had interviews, I've given you some real-time feedback, which is sometimes manifested itself in criticism.
Right.
Okay. Great final question from you today. Switching over to the Nets real quick.
Yeah, we had to get switched.
Yeah, no, I'd forgot. See, I had kind of forgotten about it.
Yeah.
And he was going on, so it was a lengthier interview, and so that's the way to finish.
He said
up
relevance, and that's excitement.
All right, so Ian Eagle's one of the best play-by-play men, football, basketball, and he does the Nets. And here's a little snippet from 2012. Okay. It's from 10 years ago.
Wow.
With the czar of the telestrator, Mike Fratello. Take a listen.
I just want to say that earlier, you had a very patronizing tone towards me. I fully understand what a slip screen is. I've been doing the NBA for 18 years. But the way you presented it initially was gobbledygook. So, like the audience, I wanted you to come back and explain yourself. And you then just took a firing line on me.
Jeez.
And it was uncalled for.
I don't think so.
That's exactly what happened.
You are overly sensitive to
I am not.
Did you have a bad day today?
Wow. It's second game of a back-to-back.
The ride back from Philly, did it disturb you last night?
That was 2 hours with you, which is probably the reason why I've had enough tonight.
Now that really makes me curious to go back and listen to the original gobbledygook.
He said you took a firing line, the czar. That was great. He got it off his chest, though.
I don't understand why guys that work together just can't get along all the time.
Oh, my boy.
What?
It's like a marriage, you know?
By the way, Anthony Slater coming up in 10 minutes. That's
back.
At 1:30. 95.7 The Game's NBA Insider. He's covering the Warriors. By the way.
That's the best job.
You know what? Well, I had it back in the day when it was probably one of the worst jobs. I covered four teams in a row that failed to win.
I kind of just
22 games.
Made it about the Warriors and Slater and not about you. But
no,
you
it's about
throw yourself in there.
No. Let's talk about me real quick. 4 straight years covering the Warriors, 21 wins or less.
Remember the vacation time? Tell us about that.
What?
Early vacation because you knew there would be no playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
That is...
Used to go to Jazz Fest every year in New Orleans. Last week of April, first week of May, like clockwork. Warrior season over at the midway point.
That's what the Kings are doing. The Beat Report. Jason Jones. Oh, man.
Yeah, so that's the way that went.
Not anymore.
What's that?
Not anymore.
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all. In fact, bumping up into July 4th. July 4th. Now, by the way, I'm looking at Twitter, and the Warriors are practicing right now, and guess what Steve Kerr said?
He's presidential.
Guys, I mean...
I have no idea what he said.
Do you smell? Do you sniff at all how good I am? What did I say? It just caught my eye. It wasn't even a big deal.
Okay.
This is the Patrick Baldwin Jr., the Warriors' first-round pick. I'm looking and I'm seeing these headlines. He might crack the rotation.
Because it's out there.
Yeah. And what did I say?
Win. I think we had 11 players before him.
Anyway.
Green being the last.
Steve Kerr said today that Patrick Baldwin Jr. will be getting a lot of time in Santa Cruz this year.
Yeah.
Of course he will.
That was too funny.
You want me to predict what's going to happen tomorrow? I'll predict what's going to happen tomorrow. I can do it.
Look at you.
Andre Iguodala, he will not lace him up in the preseason.
What's our number for games played?
For Iguodala?
Yeah, was it 40, was it 42?
I'm still working on that number.
Okay. 925 Comcast Business text line 925. That guy sounded like Guru yesterday.
Which guy?
Eagle Iron. Oh. That was great, man. He got it off his chest.
Let's go to Leroy in Oakland.
Our
Leroy is a big-time listener. What's up, Leroy? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Steiny. Hey, Guru, man. Happy hump day. Great win by the 49ers, man. I liked it. It kind of, took me off Shanahan just a touch. His predictable play calling was driving me crazy. And for him to come out and have Jimmy throw it a couple of times on first down, caught the the Rams defense off guard. And I think he needs to do more of that. But, hey, real quick, I'm noticing a disturbing trend with the 49ers, and I don't like this going forward, and no one is talking about it, but I just want to bring it to you guys. Do you guys know that, including preseason, the 49ers, I don't think, have scored in the third quarter? And I'm just like, I hoped Shanahan talked to Steve Kerr when he met with him about third quarters, because we know how Steve Kerr's third quarters are. But third quarters, we haven't scored any points since preseason. And I don't know if that's a product of Shanahan, not going into halftime and making the adjustments and rallying the troops or what that is. But I just kind of, been thinking, man, you got to lay that one at the coach's doorstep. So I just wanted to see what you guys thought about that.
No, great call. And we talked about it yesterday, but I think went halves.
I think
we
it's
went
a coincidence.
Second halves. Well, they only scored 3. You take away Hufanga's pick 6. They only scored 3 against the Rams. And then I had it 3-7, 3, and 3, I believe, because you had Chicago where they didn't score. So that is interesting, and it's no shocker to anybody when you just focus and hone in on the offense. But again, Steiny, I know what you think of this weaponry. I think different. It comes down to Jimmy, or does it come down to Kyle? But that is something to look at and monitor moving forward. It won't bite you in the ass against Carolina. I'm so down on Baker. And they got Atlanta. At least they're playing hard. But that is interesting. And I had known it till it was brought to our attention yesterday. But he's saying specifically third. Yesterday, we talked about the halves. Where's the production?
They don't have a great offense.
And again, what's holding them back? Is it simply the quarterback?
That's one of the reasons. And we could do it. They have a tight end that doesn't catch the ball. They got a wide receiver that doesn't run precise routes.
And I was going to say
this to you earlier. And a quarterback that can't get the ball to where he needs to get it. I was going to say this to
you earlier about the Jimmy slander. I mean, we know when it started and how we got here, but I brought something up to you and Evan yesterday. There's a video going around. It goes out every week after every game. Ayuk making Jalen Ramsey fall down in his cuts. Mm-hmm. So he's open. So forget what happened on those plays. What I'm starting to think now with social media, Steiny, that's this type of poison. Even though Ayuk is probably pissed, that's the type of poison or food that Jimmy haters eat and say, even though we won, that's why you are what you are, limited, because you're not getting the playmakers the ball, and now they're seeing it. I don't know if that's worthy like James, but that's
you
why
want to bring up that? I'll bring up George Kittle. Costing Jimmy Garoppolo a touchdown. He cost Jimmy Garoppolo a touchdown.
I'm trying to think where his feet were.
Sorry, but any good
Kelsey would have got it.
Of course he would have. So would have Andrews. Come on,
man.
He's
so shocked that it was coming.
Come on. Like that's the one game I don't like to play. Is if you're gonna rip Jimmy for missing a guy, and we don't really even know what read he was or anything like that.
But he damn sure was open against Denver.
Well, let's talk about Kittle.
Debo too. I'm running out of blanks for Kittle.
Why do you think they give Debo the ball so much, like in the backfield.
That's interesting.
Because he can't run patterns. That's why. Not like a big-time receiver.
I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I would say 89% of that is they don't trust a quarterback throwing the ball downfield to get him the ball. So they'd rather get. He almost threw a pick six on the one that he got and ran.
Who?
Jimmy.
See, that's the other thing we're doing. Why have we talked about almost a pick 17 times? It's not right.
I hate stuff
we
like
don't
that.
do that.
Yeah. But the Jimmy Ono throws are a real thing.
How many do you have last game?
Some would say that was one. According to who you ask.
I can't stand that. Everybody thinks like, oh, hey, if you look at the stats on every other quarterback in the NFL, you'll find 19 quarterbacks have thrown no interceptions. Of course they have. They all throw interceptions. We're going to get back to the Warriors on the other side. Anthony Slater joining us, and he wrote an interesting piece on Jordan Poole. Are the Warriors going to sign him to a contract extension before October 17th? We'll see with Anthony Slater on the other side.
After taking Jalen Ramsey's soul on Monday.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing out there. I just went right by him. He was just backpedaling. I was like, what's going on?
Debo joins Damon and Ratto today at 4:45.
One-on-one with Ramsey. Can't bring him down. Samuel. Highlight reel. Touchdown.
It's Debo. Today at 4:45 on 95.7 The Game.
Do you think all premium fuels are the same? Well, your engine doesn't. Shell V-Power Nitro Plus helps keep your engine running like new because it's engineered to defend against 4 main engine threats: gunk, wear, corrosion, and friction. So next time, choose Shell's most advanced fuel ever. It's fuel for thought. In engines that continuously use Shell V-Power Nitro Plus premium gasoline.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Fall Savings Event.
Hey, I'm checking off my fall to-do list. I've got apple picking done. Now I need a cozy rug for cider tasting night.
Well, we've got offers on rugs, lighting, and more. And as an IKEA family member, you'll save $20 when you spend $200 or more pre-tax.
Great. Now I actually have to make cider.
Visit us in-store or at IKEA-USA.com/fall savings event to get ready and save. Offer valid 10/7 to 10/10 in the U.S. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See store and IKEA-USA.com/fall savings event for complete terms and restrictions.
If you see a student being bullied, be supportive. Ask if they're okay and invite them to join you. You'll be an ally and you can make a friend. Friendship! Visit StopBullyingSpeakUp.com and join Cartoon Network to redraw your world without bullying.
If you're a professional builder or designer, here's some good news from Golden State Lumber. Their relationships with Capital Lumber, Cal Cascade, Humboldt Sawmill, and others have led to an increase in lumber inventory. Golden State strives to deliver most materials the next day, if not the same day. Be sure to download the Golden State app, which provides access to hundreds of resources. Find it at goldenstatelumber.com. For 3 generations, Golden State. When you succeed, we succeed.
Golfers, now at the Golf Mart, it's time to hit faster, longer, and straighter with Titleist. The new TSR drivers are designed to maximize distance and elevate your performance. Titleist TSR driver, pushing for perfection every day. Come into the Golf Mart for the new Titleist TSR drivers and get custom fit for free today. Can't make it in store? Visit us online at worldwidegolfshops.com. The Golf Mart, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee and family-owned and operated since 1984.
At Harris Ranch, we do beef, just like we've done for over 50 years. Beef that's raised locally right here in California. Tender steaks, awesome burgers, and California classics like tri-tip roast. The flavor you crave, the quality you trust time after delicious time. Come on, it's time to get out and grill. Harris Ranch, we do beef. Legendary beef, legendary quality.
At Rightway Garage Doors, we consider what we do inspired craftsmanship. Our design pros are artists using wood, glass, and metal as their brushes, your home, their canvas, all inspired by your vision. Rightway Garage Doors has been delivering the highest quality work with the right value and the right customer experience for 42 years. So, when inspiration strikes, we're here to bring your vision to life the right way. For a limited time, save $500 and up to 24 months no-interest financing. Visit rwgaragedoors.com.
We're on a journey
To make healthcare more accessible and more equitable. To treat the most complex diseases and offer hope where often there is little. To provide better care to more people across the Bay Area. We are more than a hospital, more than a university, beyond science and technology. We are the people of UCSF. UCSF Health, redefining possible.
Hey, it's Joe Shasky, the butcher. Everybody's got their go-to meal at their favorite restaurant, so I think it's time we try another episode of The Go-To, presented by Trimark. Next up, it's 0-0 on Folsom Street. Come into the kitchen and let's oven roast a pizza with me on the latest episode. Check it out on 957thegame.com. The Go-To, presented by Trimark, partnered with independent restaurateurs in Northern California for over 55 years. The Go-To for food service, equipment, supplies, and design.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're speaking another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines to dissipate heat and reduce friction and wear. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $33.99. Try Syntec today, exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Is your old bulk tank water heater dying? That's a good thing, because now you have the perfect excuse to get that Navien tankless water heater. Hot water as much as you need, only when you need it. Your old tank hot water heater kept pouring your money into itself. A Navien only heats water when you need it heated. Rest of the time, you're just saving the bucks. Put new life into your hot water. Visit tanklessmadesimple.com today and check out Navien's strong warranty too. Water, heat it only when you need it with Navien.
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
All righty, let's get right to it. Talk some Warrior basketball with Anthony Slater, 95.7 The Game's NBA and Warriors insider. Also writes for The Athletic, and he had a very good piece today. The Miami Heat have come to an agreement with Tyler Hero, which a lot of people have compared at least to Jordan Poole. Tyler Hero got 4 years, $130 million. More like 120 when you take out the incentives that aren't likely to be met. It's a long way of me trying to ask you, Anthony, do you think the Warriors are going to be able to reach an agreement with Jordan before October 17th?
They meet the steep asking price, maybe. The funny thing about the incentives you were mentioning, how unlikely they are. One of them was like Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, like you get the million. So it really is a 4 for 120.
Gotcha.
But, you know, like, the market has been set, essentially. I mean, again, it's kind of what I wrote about, but, like, there's not enough. Like, is there another player in the league that you feel like compares better to Jordan Poole than Tyler Hero? Like, young, scoring guard, 6'5", they're almost the same size. They kind of have the same flaws, the same strength. The efficiency numbers are very similar. I'd argue Poole's a little bit better. They're both on contenders. They're both in very good franchises with stars around them. They're both kind of 6 men that want to start, and they're both from Milwaukee. They're the exact same age. And Jordan Poole, you know, and this is a part of it that I think really matters as we talk about, like, the market of Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole grew up 30 minutes away, like, comparing himself to Tyler Hero. Like, you don't think he might want at least the Tyler Hero contract? Like, this was such bad timing for the Warriors.
Wow, what's up, Anthony? Always good to talk to my former teammate. You know how we do it. Hey,
we got to run a little pick and roll. Like,
hey, you tell me. I'm trying to get Steiny out there. He says he's done. He's Iguodala, but you let me know and I'll show up. I'm excited about Wiseman, and let me tell you why. Because I was like, has he gone to the lab? Has he got thick? And, man, he's put on some muscle to me, and he's using it. Now, I got to be careful here. I told Steiny a concern, and it's a couple games this preseason, his hands, Anthony. If somebody came to you and said, I'm worried, not worried, I'm concerned, I'm watching his hands, how would you respond to that?
Well, first of all, you need to temper the expectations because you've been pumped about Wiseman for 3 years now.
I'm tired.
Yeah, no. Look, the hands were a problem in the rookie year. I mean, it's catching tight window passes, little fastballs, and it's also to me the ricochets off the rim, those rebounds that if Kevon Looney gets a hand on it, it's like a vacuum. He's basically vacuuming it in. Like Wiseman does not have that. It's more than just it's like fumbly hands. I think it's timing that he doesn't have because of the lack of reps, and also just like, that's like the brain moving very fast. Like I think part of the reason Looney's become such a good rebounder, he's reading angles and his brain is moving so fast that his hands like already go into a place where the ball is coming. Whereas like Wiseman just does not have that yet. It'll take time, but yeah, you're gonna. Look, there's gonna be some turnovers this season by that might even be charged to the guards that will frustrate them, and there'll be missed rebound attempts, and if you're the Warriors, you just hope over time as he gets 10 straight games under his belt, 15 straight games, that's minimized. There's less of that because the one thing I would say about his rookie year when the hands were an issue, he always seems to get better when he could get to like a 7th straight game, an 8th straight game. The problem was it was like, oh, he had to go in COVID protocol. Oh, he had a sprained wrist. Oh, the meniscus. But if he could string games together, he had more of a rhythm, and I think when he has more of a rhythm, the brain's moving quicker, which means the hands are moving quicker.
Anthony Slater joining us on 95.7 The Game. We're talking Warriors. I got to just come back to the end of your last answer to my first question when you said that the Hero contract you think is bad timing for the Warriors. Does that mean in a perfect world they wouldn't have to re-sign him this year?
No, I think. Look, they're entering negotiations with Jordan Poole's representatives. There's some type of meeting that's likely to happen in the coming days, next week or so. And if they could have gone into that negotiation where, if you're looking at comparable contracts, which happen in every negotiation across the league, that's just how it works with these public contracts, that, the Warriors could say, look at the Anthony Simons deal, look at the RJ Barrett deal, it's kind of been set for 107. And the comparisons are a little off, where it's easier to make arguments like, when the players aren't so obviously comparable. But the problem is, right before they're going into the negotiations, the Heat, a smart front office, has reset the market for a player that is more comparable to anyone in the league at 4 for $120. And like for that to be like now, it's very difficult for them to come in and say, would you take 108, Jordan? Would you take 105? Like you almost got to meet 120 now, or else it probably is not getting done. And I would make the argument you should get it done now, because I think there's more of a likelihood that he plays himself towards, $33 million type max money as a starting salary. And it's a lot more complicated next summer as you're trying to reconfigure a team with a bunch of other situations. Then, he has a down year and suddenly you can get him on a bargain.
Let me ask you about Klay Thompson, because I was telling Steiny, I was shocked, and I mean this, at the minutes he played, as long as he played in the playoffs, I was like, forget what he shot, just the fact that he was out there. I know he didn't play against the Wizards, but this year, Anthony, do you expect him to show the world, you know what, not I'm just back. We've seen that, but I'm back. Like, what do you think we're going to see minute-wise from Klay Thompson?
Well, we got an interesting situation going on right now in training camp where he did not play at all over the summer. But he said, he told us in Japan it was a mental block. Because he tore his Achilles in kind of unsupervised pickup ball, and it doesn't seem like he wants to get in that type of setting anymore. And because he didn't play all summer, they've really kind of slow played him into camp. He has not scrimmaged yet at all. He didn't play in the first 2 preseason games, as you mentioned. Sounds like he's not going to scrimmage tomorrow. Won't play Sunday. For him to be ready for the opener, they want him to play one of the final 2 preseason games. I don't think it's of any great concern. He says the body feels good, but you're already starting the season seeing how at this age, he still has, even though he's further removed from those injuries, they're still in his background. They have to be much more careful with his body. So I don't think you've got some explosive, 80 games played, vintage, prime, 27-year-old Klay Thompson season coming. I mean, even if he didn't have the injuries, we're talking about a guy that's, 32, 33. Typically, you start to gradually decline at that age. So, I think he'll have a good season, but I kind of thought, generally considering what we figured he might look like coming off those injuries, I thought he had a good playoffs.
Yeah, I do too. And in fact, if I'm not mistaken,
the percentages were the same.
If I'm not mistaken, Anthony, it was weird. It looked like his numbers were exactly the same regular season and postseason this past year.
From 3 and from the field.
Yeah. But anyway, so I thought that was coincidental. Yeah, go ahead.
The shooting looks like he's always going to be able to hit 3, and maybe he's not doing as much burst type stuff, but he never was like an off the dribble, I'm going to go to the rack guy all game. The biggest difference to me is the defense. He cannot guard the John Morants of the world anymore. He's downsizing. It was interesting today. Steve Kerr was talking more rotations, lineups, different combinations, and they got to get guys on the court like Moody, DiVincenzo, and he mentioned Klay maybe at times in certain small ball lineups being a stretch 4. He's more upsizing himself as he gets older, and he's not like a 3, like 4, more than a 2-3.
Interesting. Hey, Anthony, thank you so much. It should be a fun year, man. Looking forward to it.
Yep, I am too. Thanks for having me.
All right, that's Anthony Slater, 95.7 The Game's Odyssey insider, also works for The Athletic, and real good piece today about Jordan. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just, the Klay thing.
Yeah, sure.
In my world, my pea brain, I would think he would continue.
You're worried.
That's the word that you know me. You go not worry, but I thought he would be more of a gym rat, or was he such a gym rat to get to the juncture to where he was able to do what he did last year? You want to just slow play it, but I got a sense we're talking game 1 opening night, and I know it's 82 games. Talk to me. Did that strike you, or you just that's par for the course, or you're like, he had 2 back to?
What if I told you I was going to follow up with a Klay question? I thought, nah, I think I know.
Okay.
I think it's got something to do with unstructured. Second time he got hurt was in a pickup game.
No doubt.
So they hold him out 50 games last year. He plays the last 32. So he hasn't played for 2.5 years, plays 32 games, plays in the postseason. Boom, it's the offseason, and he's saying, you know what? I held up through the year. I ain't playing pickup this year. I ain't going to test it.
All right.
Okay, so he doesn't play pickup. So now maybe he's not in great shape. And so they're going to bring him along slowly, and they don't want him to play. This is where the medical staff is so much different than it used to be. I mean, they know exactly how they want to handle Klay Thompson. I'm more interested in how many games the big 3 are going to play, assuming they're all healthy all year long. How many games do you just sit them just because you?
And fans lose out if they do that a lot,
Yeah. I just remember what I was going to say.
Okay.
Remember at the beginning of the show when I said, let's pull the curtain.
I remember that.
And it was about how the boss called us in after work. Yeah. Something happened Monday at the Hilton Santa Clara that just kind of bothered me.
Oh, whoa.
And it's hard. Not mad at anybody in particular, but I don't like the way it looked. So
I'm like on the edge of my seat.
And I'm coming down his road too. And I mean the boss. So Lorenzo Neal shows up at about 2:00 on Monday. I'm in the bathroom. He comes in during a break. Okay, I went to the bathroom. I'm in the bathroom. I do what I have to do.
Yeah.
I come back, and I sit down, and I notice there are 2 beers sitting there.
Right.
We're gonna
all right.
Cut him loose.
All right. So Lorenzo Neal bought Guru and I a beer. It's 2:00 in the afternoon, and there's a beer sitting there on the table. He just bought him, set him down, and left. Boss comes out 10 minutes later. Don't drink on the air.
I haven't seen that from him a lot.
Don't drink on the air.
That was 4th gear he was in.
I'm like, I'm not drinking on the air. It was just in front of me. Why am I paying the price for Lorenz for something I never asked for?
Right.
Because I know he made a judgment, Nahigian.
Yeah.
He made a judgment. I could tell.
Like
don't drink on me.
And I hadn't sipped it. Yeah. I hadn't even touched mine.
I thought it made us look bad.
Yeah. I didn't say, I just
thought it made us look bad. But I didn't want but Lowe was just, hey, I'm going to buy you guys a beer.
He had them. And they were nice ones, too.
Here comes the boss, ready to put us in our place.
Yeah. He had some Energizer Bunny Rabbit in him. He was like, some energy. I was like,
It might be something that I do push with him, though, believe it or not.
You had a chance yesterday. You didn't bring it up. Well, I guess you didn't.
Well, I wasn't ready because that was an impromptu meeting.
When Evan said, hey, we got to go down here.
I think I told you this story before. When I used to, and this is par for the course, and I'm sure I could talk to beat writers who say this too, is when I cover the Warriors, so there'd be a game.
Yeah.
It would end at 10 o'clock. All right? I would send my story in.
Love it.
Then I would go to the locker room, interview players, then come back, sit at my computer, and rewrite the story with quotes. When I went back into the media room at 10:45 to write my story, I would always have a beer.
No.
About 10:45 to 11:30, I would sit and sip on a beer. And it was kind of taken for granted.
Yeah.
Like, there was always beer in the media room after. And I heard that about the 49ers game last Monday. A bunch of our guys stuck around after the game, and it's like, they serve beer in the press box after the game. Doesn't mean you're going to get hammered.
No, I'm mad I left my wallet. Now I'm thinking about who was there and involved in that. But I get you. What about you and me on the pre and post? When it was over, we'd toast one.
All right. Do you think it was because mostly of Twitch and YouTube, or just in general he's that way?
It was a phobia, like if it was cocaine or something. I'm like, Bob, I'm not injected. But you are right. It was like we couldn't do this show without that. I was like that. It was that energy. I'm like, man, I don't even drink beer, to be honest with you. I like,
Right, yeah. And Kyle, thank you so much for reminding Guru and I that the whole event was sponsored by Jim Beam.
Hey, there you go.
And Harris Ranch.
Facts matter. Yeah.
It must be. I'm just going to.
You're a beautiful Russell Crowe, beautiful mind. I didn't know where you were going.
I just don't want it. It kind of bothers me.
But he might have got to you a little too late. I looked at mine. I think quantity still at the tip top. Oh.
It's all good. Anyway, Lowe hung us out to dry.
Yeah.
He
won't want to see us after this, you don't think?
Who?
The Bob. Yeah, you guys.
Hey, by the way, I will say this. The week's going fast.
It's been going fast the last month.
Well, this weekend. The Monday thing down at the Hilton Santa Clara didn't feel like a Monday. So
that was like
when I came in yesterday, it felt like a Monday, but it was actually Tuesday, and now we're at Hump Day already.
Look at you.
And
we're ready to go.
I'm looking forward to it. No, as for Jordan Poole, I actually do think, and Slater ran down a list of like 8 or 10 things that they share in common. I'm talking about Tyler Hero, got a 4-year, $120 million year. I do think they're very comparable. Very. And I'm with Slater. I like Poole a little better.
I just don't think Tyler can
like
finish
Tyler Hero
as good as Poole.
Yeah. I'm not going to argue with you.
But do you think Jordan, that's enough? Do you think Jordan, that's what
the part
scares
that
me.
I knew they were both from Milwaukee.
All right.
Talking about Poole and Hero. I knew they grew up 30 miles apart, but I didn't know they had any relationship. So apparently they did have a relationship.
No doubt, right.
And maybe Jordan Poole is going to make the Warriors at least match that Tyler Hero salary.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
If I'm the Warriors, I would do it.
4 for $120, $30 million. So
and somebody asked from the 925.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wouldn't do it if I'm the Warriors unless I know he's the next after Curry. And that's what he would be.
What would you mean the next after Curry?
Like he would be the one. But now, okay, there's at the guard position because you got Wiseman who could ball out and it could be your team, and like he's the next. Jordan Poole is the Warriors' next if he puts his John Hancock on this contract offer that they give him when.
Well,
to me that's next.
Well, I would.
When Jordan left, there was nobody. When Durant left OKC,
I wouldn't put Poole in that.
Yeah, not yet.
No.
But what's that money telling you?
Well, if you really think he's the next Steph Curry, he's going to be. Okay. Then he's got to get the max.
And that's what I wonder. From being around him, I think he thinks that highly of himself.
I'm sure he does, but the numbers show he's not a max player. He's not good enough defensively.
Now, what if
he's not efficient enough?
What if he don't sign crap this year and say, you know what, I'm going to wait, ball out again,
right,
and prove what you talk about, then that lets you know he's going for the whole enchilada. And if it ain't here, it'll be somewhere else.
But here's the problem with being a restricted free agent. If the rest of the league knows that the Warriors are just going to match pretty much everything, which I think they would, it deters another team from even making an offer.
You think so?
Yes. And so then what happens, and this is why players can't stand restricted free agency, then every team in the league is like, why should we give the contract to Jordan Poole that the Warriors are simply just going to end up using?
Hadn't thought of that. Wow.
So the issue then becomes no team offers Jordan Poole $120 million because they know the Warriors are going to match.
Right.
Okay. Well, then the Warriors have nothing binding them to pay Poole a lot of money. They can try to lowball Poole at that point because
Joe loves him.
Well,
his game, yeah. Bob too.
Hey, let's cut to the chase.
All right, shout out Chase Center.
Joe Lacob didn't offer Steph Curry a max contract before his last negotiation to start. He didn't even offer Steph Curry a max. So it's not a matter of lowballing him. It's about there's a big difference. Hey, can we get Jordan Poole for 108? No, guess what? He wants 146. Well, that's a little too, that's the way the game could be played. But I don't think Jordan Poole's going anywhere.
Yeah. I don't want him to.
Yeah, so I don't think Poole's going.
He's a good player, Steiny. He's a badass.
He is. He's a good player. Is he a $125 million player? Then what do you do with Wiggins next year?
And true.
See, that's the thing. We've talked about, most people have talked about the three players who are coming up the quickest, and that is
back to Wiggins,
Poole, Wiggins, and Draymond Green. But Draymond Green can opt out of the last year. I'm putting Clay there too, but other people don't. So if you pay Jordan Poole, cross him off the list. That means one of the four guys got paid.
There you go.
Only three can get paid.
Follow the money.
Now, it's like musical chairs. Except when you get eliminated is when you get paid.
No doubt.
So you don't want to be the last man standing. Otherwise, you're probably going to get moved or you're not going to be a Golden State Warrior.
How many minutes of preseason hoop you watched? I'm all in. I've been watching. Got a game tonight.
What stuck out to you?
Brooklyn. That everybody went crazy, but the bottom line is those guys are going to be in the starting lineup with a healthy Joe Harris, Seth Curry, Ben Simmons. Who you taking?
What?
Would you think Boston's issue without their head? Because these are grown-ass men. They ain't
Milwaukee. I'm taking Milwaukee.
And I think that's who was
the best team.
Yeah, it was Milwaukee and the Warriors to go to finals. But your boy ain't going to start. Giannis's Robin is not going to start. He ain't going to be ready for the start of the season. No biggie?
No. Season's
shout out Brooklyn.
9 months. By the way, you always try to sell me on how motivated the Warriors are. Hey, Steiny, I just think Draymond Green is going to go for that DPOY. And da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And I just think Steph Curry, after last year, he's going to want to motivate. And Klay Thompson, he's backstage. This team is motivated. Hit the pike. No, they're not. The Nets are a team that's motivated. Their three best players have all been assassinated character-wise.
That's a great word.
That's a team where I think
watch out.
they may be motivated. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are probably pretty motivated.
No doubt.
Ben Simmons has been laughed
didn't take L's, but they did. They're brands. And Ben might be the worst of them because people said he was scared.
The cap's going to go up so much in 3 years. His supermax will be $75 million. Sign everybody you can now. I don't know. Draymond's run is over, according to Rooster 19. And I don't know if I go that far.
Ring night is against LeBron. Anthony Davis put on a little muscle.
By the way, he stinks. So sick of him. I'm sick of Anthony Davis.
I bet you. Go ahead. What are you about to say?
I'm
65
sick of him.
games for AD.
And you know what? You know this. I like LeBron James.
Oh, man.
He actually did something yesterday that it was like, you're a tool.
That hurt me.
He was asked to name
Steiny.
his all-time Lakers starting five.
Oh, I'm talking about something else.
I don't care about the other. I don't care about his hair.
No, I'm talking about the captain. He dissed Kareem.
That's the same thing. Well, go ahead and tell it. Steal my. Go ahead. No, I was going to do it, but go ahead.
No, I want to hear the starting five.
No, you do it. You know it.
We want to hear the starting five. I don't know the starting five.
And it's making me sick. Well, why don't you just hit the punchline?
What he said about the captain.
Right, he left him off the team, so you spoiled it for me.
He said he don't have a relationship and he don't talk to him.
Those are two different issues.
That's why you're you.
Forget it.
Oh. I want to hear the start five. Come on, Shaq. I can see
Go
Shaq.
look it up on the internet.
Dude,
my feelings are hurt. I'm sick of this.
God.
I'm sick of
You've been
this.
sensitive since your birthday.
I know. I absolutely have. When we get on the other side, we're either going to go back to the Niners or back to Wiggins, or maybe I'll share with you what LeBron did that made me mad if I get over my feelings right now, because that guru really hurt him. He hurt him. Alice. Oh, yeah. You know Alice, baby. I'm going to say she is celebrating. And I know, talking about a radio station, but she's celebrating the return of Alice in Winterland. It all happens Friday, December 2nd at the SAP Center in San Jose, starring John Mayer, One Republic, and my boy Matt Nathanson, plus more to be added. Tickets go on sale this Friday, October 7th at 10 a.m. Ticketmaster. How about that?
Debo Samuel joins Damon and Ratto today at 4:45.
One-on-one with Ramsey. Can't bring him down. Samuel, highlight reel. Touchdown.
It's Debo. Today at 4:45 on 95.7 The Game.
If you own a business, this has been a bumpy ride. From pandemic to inflation, I'm sure you could use a break. If your business has 5 or more employees and survived COVID, you might be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you the money. The team of tax attorneys we have put together are highly trained in this little-known payroll tax refund program. We do all the work, charge not a dime up front, and simply share a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses of all types can qualify, including those that took PPP, nonprofits, and even those that had increases in sales. We have helped return over $1 billion to businesses, and we can help you too. Just go to getrefunds.com/sports, click on Qualify Me, and answer a few questions. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited period of time. Don't lose out on up to $26,000 per employee. Go to getrefunds.com/sports. That's getrefunds.com/sports.
Don't waste your time trying to sell your old car. Donate it to Cars for Kids. It's the easiest and fastest way to donate your car and get a tax deduction. Donate online at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hi, this is George with Left Coast Buyers. We buy properties all over California. If you own a house or an apartment building and want to sell it fast at a great price, call us at 925-434-5000. We can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. We buy properties in any condition, any price range, and can help you in any situation. Do you own a property that is run down and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Are you out of time, money, and energy? Let us help. Are you looking for an easy way to get top dollar for your property and sell on your terms and timeline? Well, call Left Coast Buyers now at 925-434-5000. We can solve any problem. We buy divorce houses, inherited houses. We even buy vacant houses and abandoned houses. Do you have a tenant who hasn't paid rent? Are you behind on property taxes, mortgage payments, or even facing a foreclosure? Even if you're just nervous about capital gains or an upcoming recession, we've seen it all. So if you or someone you know owns a property and needs to sell, call Left Coast Buyers at 925-434-5000. That's 925-434-5000.
Neuropathy pain? Call Dr. Robert Dees, DC, 925-393-0100.
Hey, Becky, what about this beat for your next song?
It's cool, but I'm into faster stuff lately. Like Xfinity that gives me beyond gig speeds.
Got it. What about this then?
It sounds powerful, just like Xfinity. Because its supersonic Wi-Fi has 3 times the bandwidth, you can connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's what I call power.
Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box. All for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New Gigabit Extra internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes wireless usage. After 24 months, regular rates apply. Requires compatible Xfinity gateway.
When people have a craving to explore new and traditional Asian cuisines, they head to P.F. Chang's, where scratch-made dishes come from the 2,000-year-old tradition of wok cooking. P.F. Chang's wanted to explore new possibilities for their website. They turned to AmericanEagle.com. AmericanEagle.com re-architected P.F. Chang's website, integrating multiple third-party systems to create a unified digital experience. The results? Improved page speed and performance, personalized content based on users' location, intuitive online ordering, an increase in organic search visibility, and a 40% increase in new users. For scratch-made Asian cuisine, visit your local P.F. Chang's or go to pfchangs.com for website design, development, digital marketing, and hosting that produce efficiency, revenue, and results. Visit AmericanEagle.com. P.F. Chang's and AmericanEagle.com. Another example of the best businesses in the world, turning to the best in the business for websites. Go to AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW1. That's 877-WEB-NOW1.
What's your retirement look like? With Fidelity Income Planning, a dedicated advisor can help you create a flexible income strategy to grow and protect your wealth so you can stop worrying about the future and enjoy whatever comes next. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services member NYSE SIPC.
Have you ever hired a commercial painting company, then been stuck managing your own project? Hi, this is Matt Jesse, president of MB Jesse Painting. We know how busy you are and that you need professional painters who are actually professionals. My team has the experience, training, and credentials to get the job done. If you've been waiting for the right time to paint, this is it. Call 855-MB-JESSE today or visit us online at mbjesse.com.
MB Jesse.
Score big with Xfinity Internet. It's made to do anything, so you can do anything. Supercharge your home with the game-changing speed of supersonic Wi-Fi. With 3 times more bandwidth, it covers the field and then some. And blocks billions of threats with advanced security that helps keep you protected at home and on the go. If you're keeping score, that's internet that does it all. That's unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMC FM at HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
I'm Team Guru for life.
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
Who is this? I love this jam.
I think it's called like something slide, right? The electric slide?
Electric feel.
Yeah,
Can you electric slide? I can't do it. I can dance, but I can't do that one.
You know what? Basically, the electric slide, and people might not like this, but the electric slide it's exactly like a line dance in country music, essentially.
Oh, I don't think so. Okay. It's just got some soul to it.
Yeah. You ever do a line dance?
Nah.
But you own cowboy boots.
No, I don't.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I'm not Carl Malone. They used to call him Black Neck, not Redneck, Black Neck, because he liked the boots and the cowboy stuff. Yeah.
Did you ever see that thing on the internet with Karl Malone where it's like, when I say Michael Jordan, what do you think of? And he goes, Michael Jordan. See, and then he goes, and then I don't know because you said Karl Malone, but then he's like, see, the thing is, I'm a man.
Hey,
he's a man.
That's a 4.
He's a man.
We got to bring that up to the guys tomorrow.
It's like,
he don't play.
Hey, by the way, you can obviously watch us on YouTube and Twitch, and if you want to jump on YouTube right now, I'm undressing a couple punks on the
what we got
on the YouTube chat. Guy named Kenneth Ruoff, and
look at you,
where was my other guy?
See, I would have
Rich Alexander.
Okay,
my guy Richie Alexander. He's saying that that all I do is antagonize and I don't have good points.
Wow.
What do you think talk radio is, dude? But the other guy doesn't like me more, this Kenneth Ruoff. Anyway, Willard left himself signed in on the YouTube channel, so I've been...
That you got to do it.
Willard's got to log himself out.
No
next
doubt.
time. No, but
does that
seriously,
to me when I
Mark,
forget.
I'm not doing anything untoward.
I just hate you're giving them. You're telling them.
Telling him who?
You should put Steiny's the GOAT. He'll be like, oh my
That's
goodness.
true.
Yeah.
Oh, you found the Karl Malone? Okay. I don't know. I just think this is. I like it. I don't know why. Take a listen.
Say name Michael Jordan. What comes to mind?
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan.
Well,
what else I need to say?
Oh, dude.
Oh, that's it? Yeah. Oh, you should have let it play.
Oh, man.
What am I supposed to say?
Michael was in a way of a...
Go ahead. Do we have more?
About the Game 6 finals in Utah when he stole the ball.
Why? Why do I have to? But I tell you this, I'm all man, and I accept the responsibility for not winning one.
What does that have to do with
We just happen to be playing the Chicago Bulls, which wasn't just Michael Jordan, by the way. And I have the utmost respect for Michael, but I never thought I was playing Michael Jordan.
I'm all man. Wow. Tell us how you feel.
Let's go to Antonio. Get the conversation started. He wants to talk about Nick Bosa. I already broke the news yesterday. Nick Bosa is, I called him the best defensive player in the NFL, so that news has already been broken. What's up, Antonio? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, good, man. Yeah, Nick Bosa, he leads in every category.
Tell me about it.
I think he's already the 49ers' greatest edge rusher in their franchise history, in my personal opinion. But, yeah, he is the best one in the league right now, man. Like, he's a front runner for Defensive Player of the Year, and Hufunga is probably third or fourth, fifth, top five somewhere, man. But, yeah, just finished September. September kind of getting the rust off. September's kind of like the new preseason to me, and I like it, man. We should be 4-0.
That's all right. That's all right. Hey, Antonio, get this, man. And you just said, Antonio, you hit the nail on the head. This has basically been like the preseason because that's the way they treat it. Through 4 games. Get this, Antonio. 49ers giving up 11.5 points a game, first in the league. 49ers giving up 234 yards per game, tied for best in the league. They're giving up 3.8 yards a play. That's tops in the league.
See,
that's better than the 85 Bears in your face. And they're only giving up 2.9 yards per rushing play, tops in the league.
So you're coming to my side.
No.
Or anybody's side that says just what Antonio said.
Guru.
They
took it to another level against the Rams.
I don't even want that. I'm Don King. I don't even want to schedule that fight. But you can see, like, damn, we should technically defensively be 4-0.
That makes me want to walk out of the studio. Because they shouldn't be 4-0. Stop that. They have not played well enough to deserve to be 4-0. And I'll tell you what, 49er fans would acknowledge that. You haven't played as well as the Eagles. Come on now, Goo.
Oh, well,
they don't deserve to be 4-0.
I know how to
Could they be 4-0?
What I'm saying.
I guess in an alternate universe.
They had a lead in the 2 losses in the fourth quarter. But you are right when you talk about the Eagles or any other team offensively. This ain't that. I'm talking about with those numbers you just gave. If I'm a defensive player, I'm like, damn, y'all, we a couple plays away from being 4-0. Just saying.
And
a lot of people loving how they can interact with us now that you've jumped on board on YouTube and Twitch.
I don't know why it bothers me so much. Even when you just say, yeah, it could be 4-0.
Well, Antonio just said it.
But you could do that for every team.
Not teams that. Well,
yes,
how many teams in the?
Yes, you can.
15 teams that are 2-2 had fourth quarter leads.
Give me Carolina's games this year.
Oh, you read that because they said. I'm gonna save it.
There were more one-score games I think last week in the NFL than at any time during a week.
Right.
So that tells there's parity.
Okay. Oh, there's
thank you. So there shouldn't say, you know what, Steiny, I've rethought it. Of course they shouldn't. They don't deserve to be 4-0.
My greater
just say you're
point.
right, Steiny. They don't deserve. They could be. They could be.
It's like a kid coming back from
Do
more.
it.
You guys fighting, and the
Do
next
it.
day you see him outside. He's like, come on. Listen, my point is you can't tell me the Niners did not suffocate Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos offense for a majority of that game.
What
This has
does it
nothing to do
matter?
with the offense?
It's a team game, Goo.
My point is they've been consistent even though they've given up points. And if
That's great.
And if you're going to be one of these people like you say, hey, Goo, you could have stopped them. And you know what? You're right.
I am right.
But for a football game, which is 60 minutes, Russell Wilson, he had nothing. So I look at that game.
We can do this till we're blue in the face, Goo.
But we both agree they got a great defense. There you go.
Nice job, Goo.
They were great on Sunday.
See, Monday.
That's right. They were great on Monday. Although,
this is interesting. Go ahead.
Gave up a lot of drives.
The Rams possessed the ball 10 more minutes. And
so
how would Baldy answer that?
How can they be so great, Goo?
Nah, that was a division game.
Here's Brian Baldinger.
Harold the Doo-Doo Johnson. That was East Smoke.
You don't do that.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. You gotta see now that person's like, oh, it didn't affect him. He ain't gonna go in the room and cry.
Well, it did affect you because you.
I read it.
That's right.
But it adds to.
It actually doesn't.
To me, it does. It's all mental.
Who said that to you?
925 reviews.
Yeah. Brian Baldinger talking about the 49ers left tackle situation.
Well, the first half, he wasn't involved in one single pass. I mean, he was basically the extra blocker, whether it was on some kind of a hit screen where he's just going out there to pick somebody, whether it was staying in to protect with the tackle, whether it's McKivitz or Moore. He was just a blocker for the most part. I feel like this is just me. I don't know what happened at halftime. I feel like at halftime, Kyle said to him, we're going to call your number here. And second play of the half, they called his number on Lil Curl, 20 yards, first down. They ran the go route on the outside to Warner, Charlie, and I'm like, and Kittle's blocking, and Warner's running the route, and I'm going, this is backwards. Like Kittle gets to that ball, he actually gets to that ball with his speed and his burst. Like Charlie can't. Okay, so why isn't Charlie being the extra guy blocking? Why isn't Kittle?
Right. Probably because Kittle's a much better blocker than Warner, and Warner's got better hands than Kittle.
That's what you would have responded to Baldy?
Well, I don't know.
The great Brian Baldinger.
But
his greater point
I'm a
to me
little
is
tongue-in-cheek there.
I know.
But all Baldy's doing is questioning Kyle Shanahan. He's saying, wait a minute, why would you run that play with Warner? I mean, I do think there's something about Kittle, and this is not a knock on him, but he's clearly such a good blocker that Shanahan's afraid to not use him as a blocker. I mean, that's right.
Yeah, but if you're an offense putting up 32 points a game and that's how you use them, that's fine. But when you're an offense that's thirsty and starving for points, that's, to me, is not fine. That's just another weapon you're not using. And you know what, Steiny? I know you say it's not like I'm telling you a rookie who hasn't done anything in the league or a guy that shows you, in his prime, he's a mismatch. Kittle he's earned his reputation. So it's not like we're saying a scrub, go out there and be something you're not. This dude can help the team down the field. The red zone, I just don't get why he's not getting opportunities. Now, he did get one, didn't get his feet in. But those numbers, putrid numbers you spouted out the other day, Monday, I had nothing for you. It still don't.
And
I guess it's a dysfunctional component to this Niner offense.
Well, I'll throw this out to 49er fans, and I'll just be honest up front. I'm going to play devil's advocate here because I don't know what's going on, and I don't think anybody knows what's going on. But clearly, if you were to say to Kyle Shanahan, George Kittle's last 8-9 games, he has not been utilized as a pass catcher hardly at all. And I want and I think what Kyle Shanahan would tell you in a private moment is if I send George Kittle out at like a receiver most of the time, it will compromise our running game. And our running game is our identity. And I'm just telling you, I think Kyle Shanahan would say, if I've got to run him out in pass routes more, our running game will suffer. Like, that's what he's got. I mean, I'm not being a jerk. That's what he's got to think, right?
Or
he has to think that. Otherwise, he would be catching more passes.
I'm saying, you know what? You were in your lab, the Steinmetz lab. To me, I think it's a byproduct of the trust he doesn't have in Jimmy getting him the ball.
Well, then you could say, well, then that's going to be a problem
in the middle of the field. So that I don't get. Like I don't think it's that, Stein. I think he don't think his quarterback can get him to rock.
888-957-9570 is the number. That's also the number for the Comcast business text line. You tell me, San Francisco 49er fans, where has Kittle gone as a receiver?
Man.
And you guys who listen to the show a lot know I like to mess around about George Kittle, but obviously he's a hell of a tight end. And he's had years where he's caught more passes and he's been more offensively dynamic. Why? Where's that gone? Where's Kittle's dynamic game gone? Why is Shanahan using him mostly as a blocker? I don't know the answer to that, but I wonder what 49er fans would say when I bring that up.
Oh, he stinks.
No, he doesn't.
And he's been hurt.
He doesn't stink.
But if you're on the field, you ain't hurt.
650 said maybe the groin's bothering him a little bit.
Oh.
That's mine.
You do it.
Here is Brian Baldinger on Deebo Samuel.
Well, it's a mentality. It's his mentality. It's why we love him. It's why we love watching him. It's like we love every time the ball goes to him because you never know when you're just going to see some kind of, I don't know, an Aaron Judge home run on just about, any given play that he touches the ball. That's what you're kind of holding your breath on. And when he started crossing field like that, on the Ventura Freeway, going from the left lane to the right lane, you're like, here he goes. Like, he might do this. Like, you're kind of like, you're right there in step with them all the way across the way. I don't know what Jalen Ramsey was doing. He's trying to take his shoe off or something, but ran right through that tackle. I mean, it was unbelievable. And look, they didn't have to do a lot when Wilson goes up the middle for that touchdown run, 38 yards, and it was perfectly blocked play and kind of a new play for them. They haven't really showed that much. And, I thought they played really well.
They did. They did, Baldy. Absolutely. Okay, this from the 707. I like the answer. I don't like the tone.
Uh-oh.
Actually, no, there's no. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll just say it.
That's what we're
the answer.
That's what we're waiting on.
I'll give you 4 for that.
Yeah.
That's a good one. 707. The answer to why he has to block more is easy. It's because their offensive line stinks. It's a good point. It's a good point.
Yeah, I think it's half is half, man.
Hasn't from the 510, hasn't Kittle been injured on passing plays? I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure what that means.
He
I wonder
wasn't injured
if
in the first couple of plays in the NFC Championship game when he was wide open and Jimmy threw it to Manu Ball. Like, I love Jimmy, but the part that's maddening is what he doesn't see, Steiny. Like, even the pass he threw to, what was the backup tight end that was getting the receptions? Warner. You had IU running wide open. Like, those are why fans are mad. And I know you're like, hey, we got yardage. But, dude, my point is Kittle wasn't hurt in the NFC Championship game where he probably would have took it to the house early. It might have been the first play. Jimmy, you can't miss that, son.
It feels to me like Jimmy Garoppolo at times is the only quarterback that gets criticized for not throwing a pass to somebody, not an interception. Everybody will criticize a quarterback on an interception. But you know what? You want to play that game? I'm going to play that game with you. I'm watching Brady next week. I'm watching Brady on the All-22. And I guarantee you I'll be able to come in here Monday and say, I was watching the All-22. And you know what? Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time. And you know what? He missed Mike Evans.
But
he
his
missed him
Wi-Fi is
He
faster.
missed him flat out.
He'll scan it. Oh, Debo's up again. They had that ability. They scan it.
I like the way, so now, okay. Do you realize there's only one Tom Brady?
Well, Patrick Mahomes, A-Rod.
A-Rod. You know what? Rodgers is not in Brady's league or Mahomes' league, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. But I get what they are, the throws, though. But when they put it out on video, it's like, damn, you didn't see him? I know you went. You got a single, but you had a homer. Yeah. We'd be off the field.
Just like 32 other starting quarterbacks on Sunday and Monday. Garoppolo missed some throws, and he missed open receivers, like every quarterback in the NFL. That's all I'm saying. By the way, you see the protester who was on the field is going to sue Bobby Wagner for the hit?
I told you that. Like, that's up our alley. Like, I'm saying, who's liable?
Night.
Yeah. You can't do... Well, I guess. Bobby don't work security. He's going to... First, if you're trespassing, you lose all rights, so you ain't getting nothing.
We'll see.
Steiny, what I want to ask you...
That helmet's a deadly weapon.
Dude, he didn't use it any other time.
He stuck him good, but not great.
But he stuck him.
Not great.
Yeah. Hey.
It wasn't like... You ever see The Wide World of Sports?
I grew up on it.
Where the pommel horse guy goes to jump on the pommel horse, and the pommel horse just sticks him because he slipped.
You got me wanting to go to YouTube. Wow. No, I don't recall that.
Oh, man. It was classic.
Yeah.
It's called one of the greatest hits of all time. The pommel horse, the guy slipped. You know how you jump on the... Well, he slipped, and it was just like, boom.
Oh, they show some of the...
they showed it all, baby.
Gymnastic people run in to do the thing, and then they'll slip and run right into the... What do they call the thing that they jump on?
Trampoline? Balance beam?
Balance beam. And I've seen...
Uneven parallel bars?
Oh, my gosh.
Parallel bars.
You ever been on one?
Yes, I have.
I haven't.
I have. I swung on it. That's about it.
I'm irritated. I'm getting something on my chest. So, Tom Brady's going, listen, I get Twitter, YouTube, America, social media, Steiny. Mm-hmm. And if you look in the United States right now, the divorce rate is over 50%.
I have a wife.
For regular people. I just need people to calm down and relax when celebrities go through something. Tom Brady's getting a divorce. I'm not happy. But him or Nia Long are no different than any other American. Divorce, cheat, scandal, it happens. Let's relax. Oh, Brady's having a divorce. Okay. Hopefully they'll get through it, but why do we care so much about their smut? Why? Like Udoka. Now Nia Long, she's not the only woman who ever's got cheated on. Or spouse. I just don't like, I guess it's part of being a celebrity. People are on here right now. Oh, Brady's off because he's going through a divorce. He's not the only man that's gone through a divorce to play pro sports. I'm JD. Frankly, to put it bluntly, I'm sick of it. Like, let's come on.
It just started.
No.
Like we just found out a couple days ago.
No, if you've been following, which I have, they've been having some little turbulence. But, dude, that's not why they're 2-2.
I said pommel horse. Did I say pummel?
You said pommel.
It's pommel.
Oh.
It's P-O. But
dude, people will catch
pommel's like what people think I do to you verbally.
Well, I was about to use that.
Pommel horse is that gymnastics piece of...
that you've been on.
No, not a pommel horse.
In Bridge 4 on YouTube. Oh, Guru, you're bringing it up. I'm bringing it up because I'm irritated.
You did the thing you shouldn't have done.
Well, have you read any stuff about it? You just keep scrolling?
Yes.
I'm proud.
I don't. That doesn't...
Yeah. Nia Long, I stopped and read. Nothing came out. We never found out what went down.
It's going to come out when we least expect it. That's what I think is going to happen. But that's just me. So, and this is good. I think this is to you, Goo. Goo, you want to be a celebrity, but you don't want the private stuff leaked. Doesn't work like that. That's what makes you a celebrity. And that's the one thing I don't think you factored in enough in your desire, your ambition to be famous.
What?
You haven't thought about the ramifications that may be negative. You know, in other words,
that's why I don't drink and drive.
You devote a lot of energy to trying to be famous, famous.
That hurts.
You envy.
So you're
people
telling me
with
I
fame.
change? I don't do that. I stay the same.
You just want it. You want copacetic.
What did I say?
Copacetic.
Hey, that you know what? Oh, now that was one.
Here's why you wouldn't want to be. You would not want to be scrutinized.
And I want to throw something at you, but that was.
And you're a good person. But you're a good person.
But I don't want to be famous.
Yes, you do.
In the they call me the mayor.
You talk about many times. You clearly feel the best about yourself when you feel important by being with people of a greater stature than you.
Please.
For example.
And he's grinning while he said,
For example.
Don't really believe
and Evan, you
that.
know this.
Yeah. But
You know
Evan
this.
knows who I really am.
I know who you really are, too. You're the guy who treated me poorly and who changed in a split second when Steph Curry came into the room.
Oh, see, that you're talking about yourself.
You were obsequious.
Oh, dude.
And it was very much
Copacetic. I can't
annoying
get
me a
up.
little bit. But I know, like,
dude, stop.
he's your idol.
Yeah, stop it.
And
you are great, man. You're on a roll.
the only thing Guru was missing that day was a sign like that little girl in Denver saying, Steph, please sit with me for this interview.
I got the video on my phone when I made him laugh. But other than that, Steiny, I ain't doing nothing else like that. I can't stand people that change around famous people.
Oh.
Like, I know famous. You know, we talked about
Well,
Eddie
me.
House.
He's not famous.
Eddie
House.
Mario, Ellie, the kiss of
Ellie's
death.
much closer to famous. First of all, let me be clear. I'm not.
Spice One,
House
the rapper.
House is a regional.
Roy Williams,
House
the
is
Dallas Cowboy safety from the Union. Daryl Bird.
I got news for you. And I
Covered
hate
the
to
punt in the Super Bowl
I
against
hate
the
to do
Redskins.
this. I hate to do this because I didn't see this guy play, but I have respect for him because clearly he was a big boy.
Yeah.
When someone mentions Roy Williams, you think of the Kansas coach. All right? Not the high school guy out here.
Or the Dallas Cowboy safety.
Oh, he ended up with the pros?
Dude, Oklahoma. What are you look at you?
He's UNC
you
now?
You go to punchlines, Donnie. You got some material. You'd have to get you a couple. You have to have a couple.
Oh, that's right. He is UNC.
Yeah.
I forget.
He's currently retired.
Bill Self,
but,
Kansas?
Yes.
Okay, Bill
Took over
Self,
for Roy
Kansas.
Williams.
I didn't even catch the Roy Williams. I'm so mad.
My main man, Johnny Shire at Duke.
Oh.
And UNC, don't tell me. Don't tell me who the UN... It's Hubert Davis? No, he got hosed.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Wojciechowski?
I'm out.
I'm out, too.
Yeah.
Who's coaching the North Carolina Tar Heels?
I'm going to take
I'll tell you.
What's
going
on here?
You know what? Shut up, Fitz.
It is Hubert Davis.
Yeah.
Steiny, you are money. Hey, Chris Cuomo. He's back with a new show on a new network. Catch Cuomo weeknights on News Nation at 5 p.m. Pacific. To find News Nation on your television provider, go to newsnationnow.com/join us. All right, back to the Niners on the other side. How good is that defense? Talk about it on 95.7.
He's the GMOAT.
Chris Cuomo is back with a new show on a new network. Catch Cuomo weeknights on News Nation at 5 p.m. Pacific. To find News Nation on your television provider, go to newsnationnow.com/join us.
It's easy to think all money managers are pretty much the same. But at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different? How? You sell high commission investment products, right?
No. Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission-based investment products.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
Nope, never at Fisher. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our client's best interest. It's the highest standard of care for a financial advisor.
How do you know what's in their best interest?
We get to know our clients and then tailor a portfolio based on their goals and needs.
But you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No, we have one transparent management fee, structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, you really do look out for your clients.
That's because our top priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. It might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments and securities involve the risk of loss.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with fast speeds and advanced security. Together for just $69.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Or find out how to get up to a $650 prepaid card with a qualifying bundle. Limited time offer, restrictions apply. New 50 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. Requires enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 1H 2022. Results may vary, not an endorsement.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Fall Savings Event.
Hey, I'm checking off my fall to-do list. I've got apple picking done. Now I need a cozy rug for cider tasting night.
Well, we've got offers on rugs, lighting, and more. And as an IKEA family member, you'll save $20 when you spend $200 or more pre-tax.
Great. Now I actually have to make cider.
Visit us in-store or at IKEA-USA.com/fall savings event to get ready and save. Offer valid 10/7 to 10/10 in the U.S. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See store and IKEA-USA.com/fall savings event for complete terms and restrictions.
At Harris Ranch, we do beef, just like we've done for over 50 years. Beef that's raised locally right here in California. Tender steaks, awesome burgers, and California classics like tri-tip roast. The flavor you crave, the quality you trust time after delicious time. Come on, it's time to get out and grill. Harris Ranch, we do beef. Legendary beef, legendary quality.
As you know, sports teams plan well ahead of the next season. If you're thinking of remodeling your home, consider the same strategy. Talk with your designer or builder now about your next project. Golden State Window and Door has new inventory coming online. Milgard, Anderson, and Marvin. See Golden State Window and Door's wide variety of accessories at convenient showrooms across the Bay Area or goldenstatelumber.com. Since 1954, Golden State. When you succeed, we succeed.
Kirby is your driveway mechanic. They bring the shop to you with brake replacements, oil changes, washes, and so much more. Get $50 off your first oil change with code OIL50 at Kirby.com. That's CURBEE.com and use code OIL50.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So instead, we're going to hire a professional voice actor and pay him absurd amounts of money to say,
I like this product.
Not sure why that was better. I mean, I'm a professional too, but we didn't pay him to say the business part, so back to me. Save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. Sorry, I know hearing me say it was a bit of a letdown. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Okay, 3 more climbers, 7 loggers.
Ted's sustainably sourced logging company is growing a new branch.
What about truck driver contracts?
Which means a new HR manager will be the first hire to fall.
Then we'll need to staff up the warehouse.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey guys, this is Keenan Thompson. I have a problem with you. Yes, you. None of y'all told me that AutoTrader has millions of new and used cars that I can shop from home. I thought we were friends. I put smiles on your face, but I'm not smiling. No one told me that with AutoTrader, a dealer can deliver cars to my home or that I could shop by price on AutoTrader. No one. Consider this friendship that you just learned we had officially over. Finally, it's easy. AutoTrader.
In Fremont, highs near 82, sunny with a light wind.
Weather brought to you by one thing. Install a low-flow shower head and keep water off when brushing teeth or shaving to save water every day. Join Odyssey, and together each of us doing one thing makes a greener tomorrow.
Elton John's Farewell Yellow Brick Road Tour continues with 2 shows at Levi Stadium on October 8th and 9th. For more info and tickets, head to 957thegame.com/events.
I'm a cheater. Oh.
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
All right, welcome back. Steiny Guru. We'll be here for another half hour, and then we turn it over to Ratto and Damon Bruce. Charles Davis, 4:15, and then the big boy at 4:45, Debo Samuel.
Debo!
You do that every time I say his name.
Everybody does
No,
it,
no,
though.
no,
It's
they
from
don't.
the movie Friday.
I
There
know
you
that.
go.
You know who doesn't do it? Ray Ratto, your boyfriend. He doesn't do it.
I take offense. That's my dog.
I hate us. It's the same thing. Boyfriend, dog. I used a word before the break to describe Darryl the Guru Johnson when he's in the company of Steph Curry in particular. And the word was, you become obsequious.
That is so false.
Do you know what it means?
Read it to. I get the drift. You think I change? I try to do too much. Yeah.
Obedient or attentive to an excessive or servile degree.
Please. I'm even
you could also use the word unctuous.
No.
You become unctuous, which is excessively or ingratiatingly flattering, oily.
That is what the
you
hair
do get a
is,
little
but
oily.
No, but
I saw some oil developing when Curry came in.
Please.
I'm done making fun of you there.
I took the L with copacetic. Like, I'm going to drive home and I can't get that back.
You had another one that you almost did.
But you didn't capitalize on it like that. I'll let you go with Roy Williams in Kansas because I didn't even catch it because I was licking my wound.
College doesn't count on this.
No, listen, I'm hurt, Steiny.
Not one person.
Copacetic.
Not one person in the Bay Area cares about college sports. So they don't expect me to know or you to know.
We get a bad rap
sports.
out here.
No, we don't.
I grew up going to Cal Stanford
we
games.
get
the big game.
Accurate.
Todd Litchie at Stanford. Oh my God.
That's basketball.
I know, but I'd go to that, and I'd also go to every big game. Troy Taylor for Cal.
The big game is specific to football. I understand. So you said big game and then mentioned Todd Lichty.
To let you know that I also went to
Todd Lichty played hoops. Okay. Maybe you want to go with Andrew Luck there?
I was doing all of it, is what I was letting you know.
Maybe you want to go with Toby Gerhardt?
We're in a fast era where you
even go to Randy Vataha.
Look at you.
Mm-hmm.
David Shaw.
Steiny, I would describe you as egocentric and patronizing.
That's all.
No, I think he's right.
But why are you happy about it? Those are flaws. We're working on them.
But I know I'm not perfect. I'm working on everything. I still am a work in progress.
Because that thing you said about anger yesterday, that I can't wait to just... You need 10 people in my life, I'm going to say that too. That was great.
What I said yesterday was there's two ways to approach an anger issue. If you find yourself getting a little angry, a little too much, and it's affecting the people you love around you, there's two ways. You can try to find out where that anger comes from, where it was derived from, how it came to you when you were a young child, because it became part of you and you weren't even aware of it. But there are things in your past that set you up for anger. So there's two schools of thought. One is you find out what that is and you reprogram yourself a little bit. You change, you actually go back and you change the memory you have that might have been a negative one that gives you anger.
And apologize to the people that you take it out on.
That's the 12-step program.
Okay, right. But that's what
now,
I'm
other
like,
thing. Now, there's another school of
you
thought.
You got to go back. I'm sorry.
This is more traditional therapy. A lot of traditional therapists, they don't concern themselves with the source of the anger. Their feeling is, look, it's there, okay? It happened decades and decades ago.
Wow.
We can't do anything about it. So what we can change is our here and now.
Wow.
Here and now. Don't worry
yeah.
about why you're mad. Attack it now to not be mad.
That's worth some chicken.
Let's go to Vince in San Jose. He actually wants to bog us down with Warriors chemistry issues. I'm just kidding, Vince. What's up, Vince? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, man, Steiny, that was impressive, man.
Thank you.
I told him.
Thank you very much.
Well, and then when it comes time for review, I know you're already money. I don't even know why I'm giving you advice, but when it comes time for review season, when you're sitting down with Boss Man, you go, what about clips like that? I mean, that was pretty poetic.
Dude, wow. It ain't just me, Steiny.
Thank you, Vince. Thank you very much. Vince wanted to talk about the Warriors' chemistry, though, too.
What I want you to do, the next step would be to cite your sources and where you got that from. Because that's not original from you. Somebody gave that to you. So like I said, right on the table, Mary Langley, I would hope you would let us know where you got that from.
Most conventional therapists, okay, they let alone the source of the anger. They work mostly with dealing with the anger and getting it under control and tempering the anger. There are alternative ways to approach it, and one of the ways is to find out where that anger came from when you were just a boy. Find out where it came from, and maybe over time, reprogram the way you have those memories. I feel like ending the show right now.
The caller said you deserve a raise.
Well, that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. How come Guru never reads messages from the list?
I do it too much. I got to finesse it to where the boss, hey, look. You guys are reading too much. He's never said that.
Do you think we use too much?
Well, you do it more than me. I don't.
That's because
it's a crutch.
Well, as a host, I have to do it. You're number two. You're like the role player.
Please.
You're what Michael Jordan used to refer to as his supporting cast.
Oh, my God. We are not Batman and Robin. We're Batman and Superman. And they call you Batman, so you know who I am.
We've done this before. I'm Jordan, you're Pippen.
You don't even like Mike.
I'm Bird, you're any other Celtic.
DJ.
I'm LeBron, you're his best teammate ever. I'm Steph Curry.
AD
and
is best. No, Kyrie.
Klay Thompson.
Yeah, look, ain't nothing wrong with Klay.
No, not at all. But he ain't Steph.
But the people know.
He ain't Steph. What does Wildin mean? Am I Wildin right now?
You're loosey goose.
Drew down on the. You know why I'm loosey goosey?
You too. I mean,
because I saw the boss leave our little area with his notebook, which means he's in a meeting.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. What you got on my PG&E, Steiny? Like, don't get us in trouble. That's what. Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. No, I won't. By the way. Where are you at? Okay, I'll tell the LeBron story now.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Can you just lay out?
Take a play off.
Yeah. Somebody asked LeBron James yesterday to name his all-time Lakers starting five. He says Magic Johnson, Jerry West, Kobe Bryant, himself, and Shaquille O'Neal. He leaves off Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And he puts himself on it. I got to tell you, like that.
We don't get that LeBron a lot.
Listen, and I know people, they say, who cares? If somebody came to me and say, Steiny, name the best players in Franklin and Marshall history, I would not say myself. I swear to God.
Yeah. Dude, Bron.
I wouldn't. Yeah. Trust me. You want me? I'll do it. Donnie Marsh, Bob Manaske, Chris Finch. I'd put Terry Scott up there.
Give me one more. That's four.
And Will Lasky. Hell of a player.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. There you go. But anyway, no Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now, he went on to preface it a little bit, not preference it. He prefaced his list with, the reason I'm using Shaq at 5 and not Kareem is because I'm playing power forward. And we need to be bigger at the center spot than Kareem. And Shaq's completely and utterly dominant. He's gutless. So there you go.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah. But still, come on. You know, it is hard to describe Kareem to younger folks who are watching the game now.
Why?
Because it's foreign to the game now to feed the low post consistently and let a guy go to work. It just is. It's not the best way to play right now. The best way to play is to take as many good threes as you can by the best shooters that shoot the three. Let's go feed James Wiseman. Why?
It's a higher percentage shot.
Is it?
Back to Wiseman.
For Kareem.
Steph Curry shoots 40.
Remember when Wiseman was 19? We didn't have 4 editions of our show. Me, you, Bonte, me, you, and Dibbs. I'm just thinking about it.
What do you mean?
It was me and you.
Yes.
Then it was me, you, and Bonte.
Right.
Then it was me, you, and Dibbs. Back to me and you. I'm just thinking, we didn't been around the block. Still together. Bonte, help me.
He tried to bump me twice.
Please.
With a third guy.
I got to do my city a solid. Best 5 players to come
Union
out of
City?
James Logan High School. Eddie House, Kevin Mouton, Aaron Curry, Peter Lawrence, and Reggie Basie.
Who's Peter
Silk
Lawrence?
Basie. Dodger Pete. He's a big fan of yours.
What did he play?
He got drafted by the Rangers. He played baseball and football, basketball. He was Brad
Just
Jordan
drafted? He was just drafted?
Hey, yeah, he played baseball too.
So he never played in Arlington Stadium?
No, he did. He got drafted. I'm a Dodger fan.
Did he play in Albuquerque?
No, he chose to go a different route. Yep.
I'm sorry, Kyle, I missed that.
Goo, where do you rank in that list?
What about Nate Robinson?
I'm ML Carr.
What about Nate Robinson?
Yeah.
He absolutely...
But he played football
and basketball.
No.
Nate Robinson.
My Logan Knights, he snuck through my... I don't know how
he needs to be on that
He was
list.
in and out. Steiny, I don't think he played hoop at Logan. Yeah, he played football. He was in and out. And it bothers me.
He could have played pro in football and basketball.
That I give you. He was badass. But he snuck through Logan in and out.
You know why? He was an honor student, and you didn't hang out with those
No, he went
kind of
to
people.
Washington State. He went to the state of Washington. That's where he went.
Yeah, I think he went to UW.
Yeah, yep. But
where he played both.
Where he played both.
Yeah.
That's a bad day. Dude, he was... Now you got me thinking.
About why?
How you can be little and not let size say you can't do anything.
Well, it helps to jump out of the gym.
It's that, too.
I tell you what, he's a pretty impressive guy. I didn't appreciate him when he was a Warrior.
Now, I would never have you to say that about Nate Robinson. I think, he's a nice player. But, I'm moved that you're giving the guy his flowers. I need to do it more.
I criticized him a lot when he was playing.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't my kind of player, but...
He was scrappy, and then he boxed.
He was
Who
better.
knocked him out?
He was better than scrappy.
Yeah, somebody
Nate
knocked him
Robinson.
out. Oh, yeah, he did the celebrity
Frank
boxes. No, and Snoop goes, night-night. Yeah, I forgot who knocked him out. It was bad.
Might have been one of the Paul brothers.
Yeah.
By the way,
you're right, Evan.
I'm getting some slivers of information that dirty SOB, Steph Curry, is still trying to claim night-night as his own. And he said that on the Manning cast.
And we could have got to him had media day been on the Monday. That's why I was bothered. See, you're so, what are we going to do? I'm worried about the stuff on the show.
Well, he's coming over.
Coming over when?
I got something working with him.
Okay. See, Evan, look, I believe the man.
I know you do.
Is that like Dre? I'm getting him on the show, Draymond.
You're never getting Draymond on the show.
Yeah. Kind of like Norm Peterson's wife. You never saw her from Cheers. You never saw her.
Now we're dating ourselves. That was a great show.
Yeah, still is.
What, that just got you mad? People might think you're old?
I embrace mine. I'm saying 50, baby. 50. You see the video I put on IG? I got a haircut
You lie
Friday.
about your age. Let's be honest. You lie about your age.
I'm in the 50 club.
And been there.
Nah.
Done that.
Nah. 37, Steiny.
Yeah, see? That's a real character flaw right there. Why don't you just, let me ask you a question.
What if a movie comes out?
If you could go back 30 years right now.
My hair's
and
37.
be 20.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't.
Are you kidding me?
I would not do it.
You're not living then. You don't want to do over and you're telling
I'm
everybody
living
you're
now,
perfect.
baby.
So am
This
I.
is enough for me right now.
My hoop game's 39. Hair might be 28. I'm in the game. What if somebody wanted to do a movie about radios and they got a role? Oh, he's 60, which I'm not. So you get the number out there and keep it private. You get the gig.
I think people like honesty for the most part.
Well, Hollywood would
in this
burn on
world.
fire if that was the case.
Did Eddie House graduate from Hayward?
Yeah. We
You
still
ought to be
claim him.
ashamed.
We claim him.
But you're not going to claim Nick?
No, actually, they say Nate played
Robinson?
hoop at Logan.
It's a trap.
That bothered me.
Well, I mean, I don't even know what to say. You're making
Tell
me
us
laugh.
about Ed Lackman.
D3.
I just was in a mood. I'm having fun.
He was a nice guy. Pre-med, though, so you knew he couldn't hoop. Basically, I got anybody who's pre-med, you didn't want him on the basketball team. Please. We needed history majors and astronomy majors. Oh, goodness gracious. GM survey came out, NBA GM survey. Half the GMs think the Bucks are going to win it all. 50% of GMs. 25% say the Warriors. And 21% say the Los Angeles Clippers.
Man, oh man.
So Bucks at 50%, and basically they're split on the Warriors and the Clippers, second and third.
I'll tell you what. How can you not be? I had a list of most exciting teams to watch. Not the Warriors, Pelicans with Zion. Clippers.
Can we get some music? So you got to play the crowd.
Right. And I don't dye the hair. That's when you know you're winning, when people think you do. So you and I doing good in the hair game.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm 37.
Daryl the Guru Johnson's
Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, my God.
Have you seen AD? Kendrick Nunn is out there. Russell and Beverly, they got the memo.
So
they're showing up to play structured. I'm Steiny.
Oh, structured.
Yeah,
but they're going to be the most exciting team. But they're structured.
They got LeBron and AD for the excitement.
I caught you.
No, you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
LA
I
Lakers.
caught you just talking and not thinking.
Brooklyn Nets. And no shocker there. We had Mr. Eagle on. New Orleans Pelicans.
You're not done yet?
Who gave the Phoenix Suns all that and some. Little Arroyo hit the point without Zion. And the last one, we just said it, the Los Angeles Clippers with Kawhi.
So let me get this straight. Guru just came up with a list of his
most exciting teams.
Most exciting teams.
Outside of the Warriors.
And the NBA is littered with great players. And one of the first 3 players that Guru talked about as being on the most was Kendrick Nunn.
No.
Nobody even knows who he is.
I love his game.
That's great.
He's going to help the Lakers.
How did he play last year?
He didn't play at all. Yeah, I told you that. And I said Roy Williams for Logan people. Steiny, I'm just telling you, watch out. It's going to be difficult. Or
I tell you what, I'm going to love.
And in Denver, oh my gosh. I was watching him last night. Porter, Jokic has got the guys back. Watch out for Denver. I cannot wait, man. Let's go shoot.
No.
I wish you did.
Why?
Hey, where'd you guys coming from? Work? Where do you work? 95.7 The Game. We do a show, and then we hoop. A couple 21s and head to the house. That's how you do it. You stay young.
How much time we got?
Oh, my God.
Seriously.
You got about 2 minutes and 15 seconds here. And of course,
it's going to be a tough fill.
It's always
David
there,
Ratto
Scotty.
coming up. Charles Davis, 4:15.
And he's that announcer, right?
He is the broadcast partner of One Eye and Eagle, actually. So he's going to be on the call for Niners and Panthers.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
And then, of course, Debo Samuel.
Yeah, Debo
4:45.
Debo.
What are they going to ask him, you think?
I'll tell you what they won't ask him. How come you stink at running routes? Why do we have to hand the ball off to you? Because you can't catch the ball over the middle?
1,400 yards in the air last year. See, the people came from Twitter, they can see you laughing. You don't mean that.
There is nobody who's listening that can't see me that thinks I'm serious.
Now, see,
Do you think I'm wrong?
Oh, you're totally wrong. Like, the Dallas and 6, some that hate Jimmy, they think you meant it.
Well, those people are dumb.
Yeah.
They're dum-dums. Actually, you shouldn't insult
Dude,
your
my
audience.
list
You the best
I got
one.
excited, man.
Nobody else did. Nobody, not one
Denver,
text about it. There's not one text about your
See,
list.
I don't live my life for the text line.
Well, yes, you do.
That's what you're. That's
for the
that's
Twitch
when you
and
turn
YouTube.
Hollywood when you start. What do they say about me?
Exactly.
Denver.
Exactly.
Get Denver, you excited?
Should I drop dime on him, Evan? The first thing Guru does every time he comes in is goes to the Odyssey app and listens to the 2 changeovers to see if they talked about him or not.
That's my favorite show. I love I love a foursome. It ain't about.
Thank you, 925. Guru more thirsty than James Harden at a strip club.
Dude, who's quietly lost he says 100 pounds. Yeah, E and I did the math. That would have made him too. He might
have lost 40 though.
Dude, the gut ain't there.
20 seconds.
Curry better be careful. Harden coming for him.
I'm thinking about Clay tonight.
Harden lost 100 pounds.
No, he didn't. Why would you be thinking about Clay tonight?
Because
No, I don't.
I want to see how much we're going to see him this.
We're not going to see him in the next game.
Night.
Night. Curry, you owe me.